Chase's
You
ear
would be
off and make
completely
them
unmuted.
mess up.
We should tell the guy who made the video that we have a name.
We could.
Oh my god, why did you put
And we'll
the
tell you
fucking
that
image?
exactly when it cuts in. Welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, throw some dice, tell a story, and we share that exact story with you, our wonderful, beautiful audience. Thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in. We appreciate your presence this fine day. Special warm welcome to those of you who might be tuning in for the first time. Greetings and salutations to you, friends. We hope you enjoy your first taste of this adventuring crew and the story that we have to tell. But before we get to the next episode, the next story in the tale that does belong to the Neighborhood Watch, a few announcements. The first being, if you like watching things live, make sure you head on over to twitch.tv/Dicefunctional, where you, that's right, you can tune in live every Saturday at around 4 p.m. Eastern, where we play this very game live for your eyes and your ears and even your fingers if you want to type along in chat and have some fun with us while we're playing live. We love to have you here and around for that. If you have some time during the week as well, you can tune in while we do things like play games, do other things. There's some art stuff that happens too. It's all pretty damn cool. If you don't like watching things live, or if you need to catch up on previous episodes, whether it be from the beginning of the story of the Neighborhood Watch or our campaign 1 or whatever one shots it is that we've done, head on over to YouTube, youtube.com/@Dicefunctional, where we have all of campaign 1, all of campaign 2. We have a bunch of one-shot content, we have art content, and we have game content. There's a whole lot of really cool stuff over there. And you could be one of our first 100 subscribers. How fucking cool would that be? If you're on the go, if you're doing things that we all know they're totally cool, but the state decides that, you know, hey, we don't like that because, you know, they're trying to either push fascist agenda or realistically just capitalism's failing you, you can download whatever it is that you want to listen to from us. We have a podcast feed. Wherever it is that you get your podcast, just search Dicefunctional and you'll find us there. We have all of Campaign 1 and Campaign 2 up to date on that very feed, so you can stay updated while you fight the good fight and live the best life that you can. If you want to connect with us on socials, we are at Dicefunctional everywhere except for Twitter, where we are at Dicefunctional with an underscore. Also, with Twitter, make sure to take off your two-factor authentication so that way you don't get locked out and you can continue to follow us over there on Twitter. You can also check out an amazing website that we have all information about the players, the characters, and all sorts of cool stuff. Just search Dicefunctional and you can find that very website. But that's enough of me talking about things. We have some ball gaming to get to. Connor, take it away.
I'm sick again. And if I had a nickel for every time I ran this game sick, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot. But it's weird it's happened twice. Where we last left these group of no longer nameless nonces, they had made their way into the city of Orpheus and had finally managed to bring in that quest that they were doing for one Amador Bayo. You explained the whole situation with him, and even managed to convince him that taking away the refined fire crystal that you guys had with you was not a bad thing in this case. He appears to be ready to press charges on the acquaintance of his, and decided to give you guys a reward. There, he brought you to the Museum of Artifacts and Magical Oddities, right here, where you then became acquainted with a new individual, a gnome by the name of Rand Shaked. He seemed to be a rather pleasant sort, and was even willing to do some future work with you guys, in the sense that he would have you give him things that you did not need or want, and he would let you take a pick of anything he had laying about in the museum. You guys had a nice extended conversation with him, looking over some of his artifacts, looking at the newest artifact that you guys have been given, an Etertrimonite Blast Sphere, when the party's rogue, Kaz, was given a job by Rand, as it appears that he's aware of someone in the city who has something that Kaz might want. Kaz did not share that with the rest of the party, not yet. So instead, you guys have headed off to the Just Verdict, an inn that was going to be letting you guys stay there for the night, or nights, as it was going to take Amador a little bit of time to come up with some information that you guys are looking for. And that's where we last left off. Let me get some music going. Actually, no. I'll use this music. I forgot to bring in this stupid bot. But at this point, you guys are over here at the Just Verdict. It's got a lovely view of the actual park itself. And you can see that the Just Verdict is a very nice, very large inn. You can tell there's definitely plenty of space for people to sleep, as well as some open seating. Some open air seating for people who decided that they want to drink outside, and a lively bar inside. You guys can already hear the noise coming from there. What would you like to do? Kill me.
No. No DM. No player versus DM combat, okay? We're not taking this out of the game.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
Square up in June.
I
Square
mean,
up.
he's weak now. It's the time to strike.
The
Yeah,
only
but
one
I
who
have to
can
go
get
to
you
work
is
on Monday.
Becca.
Becca won't kill me.
She'll just bury you in plushies and let respiratory issues take over.
Oh, that would be a great way to die.
Sitting there, yeah.
Have you guys ever just fallen asleep on a pile of plushies?
Yes.
No, because I have so many issues.
It's really quite nice, actually.
It's like falling asleep on a gigantic pile of pillows or blankets.
Yeah,
It's
That sounds like
incredible.
hell.
no, it's
It's
great.
incredible.
Mm-mm.
Especially if they're actually soft. Like,
You can hear music coming from a radio system that's inside of the bar. It appears to be some nice, pleasant jazz currently. And inside of the bar, you can see that there are folks who are relaxing, having some drinks, enjoying the rest of the afternoon, as it is about 5 o'clock. Folks are slowly starting to wind down, starting to relax a little bit more. So, what would you guys like to do? Nose goes from Jess and Joe
And Michelle.
and Michelle.
I mean, if people want time to think, I can do something.
But it's like
Yeah, go
my
ahead.
thing hinges on eventually Kaz telling us shit.
That's fair. Kaz, you do need to tell the rest of the team
Yeah, I
If you
know.
if you want.
Asher is.
Boy, Kaz can solo this. A little handshake.
Let me solo her.
Jace has the prop.
Yeah. Different one this time. This is just the ball that I had here. I don't know where my other one went. Asher is just kind of twirling the ball around.
Onto the wall.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna spend time.
I
Looking at
think we're probably going to eat and drink a bit. And so while people are thinking of what they want to do and all that stuff, Tani can tell another just little anecdote.
Go ahead.
So there's these creatures in the Feywild called limfish. Really interesting things. They're shape-shifting goldfish of sorts, they are. Now the thing that makes them interesting is that they can grow exactly 2 humanoid limbs from them. 2 legs, 2 arms, a leg and an arm. I suppose even an head if they needed one. But
Hey, Granny.
Yeah, what?
Does Tana say this shit to fuck with us? Like, is she lying? Or, like, do you think she's being 100% genuine?
You think I know?
I don't know.
They're actually quite passive things, though you have to be a bit careful about taking a nap on the side of a river or pond. One might think you're a corpse and grow arms and try to drag you in.
Weird.
Maybe we should.
Jesus
we
Christ,
should-
how horrifying.
Maybe if we go to the Feywild, we shouldn't let rot sleep near lakes.
The most interesting thing is when the body of water gets too small for them or they run out of food, they just sprout 2 legs and walk on to the next one. They can stay outside of water for quite some time.
I'm just picturing a fish with legs.
That's the opposite of a mermaid.
Opposite of a mermaid. I would much rather meet a mermaid.
I would much rather meet a mermaid.
I've heard that they're terrifying.
Sorry.
The high five of the thoughts of the group.
I would much rather eat my breakfast in peace.
Rot, it's fine.
But it seems we aren't all going to be getting
It's the afternoon.
Rot. Why are you eating oatmeal?
Is time even? Is time even real? Who even cares?
You can eat whatever it is that you want whenever you want to.
I bet Kaz would like to meet a mermaid.
What? What did you say?
I said I bet Kaz would want to meet a mermaid.
I'm a little distracted right now.
Why are you
Yeah,
distracted?
you completely missed the entire conversation about time and food. Yeah.
Oh.
You're okay, bud?
Just trying to read the.
Oh. What?
Yeah, you have a case file? I was gonna be nosy, but then I remembered you sometimes get prickly about your business.
This one's kind of weird.
Weird in what way?
Well, she'll pull up the case file. There's a lot of details. I don't know if I can explain in a paragraph.
If you want to pull a Jill and just email it to us and say Kaz explains it.
Yeah.
Email it.
Sorry.
Email it. Just email it to us. You know, through
Just gonna
Gmail,
copy
Google.
and paste the description because there's a lot of stuff in here.
You can just put it into the chat.
Oh, wait. Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, you can just put it into the chat log.
I'll
My
also
work
put
life
it
is
in
bleeding.
Discord as well, just for reference. I'll put it also in chat. If I can find it. There you go.
And for the folks who are listening, Eduardo Cabello lives at 14 Spindle Ridge Road, 3-story house, decent locks, guards, appear to be 5 total, 1 always at front door, no matter what. Likely 2 on first, 1 on second, 1 on third, ? Unmarried, no children, regularly has visitors. Female visitors brought to different room than his actual bedroom. Entertaining bedroom appears to be on eastern wing, master bedroom on western wing. Proper storage likely in master bedroom. No window to master bedroom. Too close to mountain wall during initial construction. Was never put in. Appears to be in possession of one of the 3 parts of the cowl of Creech. Then caught. Look for mask and style of upper half of rat skull. Made of black iron. Very light.
So you're looking to rob this Cabello dude. Cabello?
Where?
Yes.
Where'd you
Right.
get this?
From the curator.
Okay, I'll just send you a message.
Interesting. He's got visitors.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
It
Well-
means he has people over for sexual relations.
There's a chance. Yeah, he is
Oh.
entertaining
that?
folk.
We
People can get paid for it.
Oh. Really? Huh.
Yeah,
Makes sense,
be
I
good
guess.
enough.
Uh,
Or easy enough.
Hmm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is you at with that comment?
I think
Ron
that
is
ends.
pointedly ignoring that part of the conversation, being like, yeah, we all know, everyone knows what a prostitute is, everyone knows Super Fizzy and Tana, but everyone knows. We don't need to explain it.
Doesn't
I mean-
happen. It doesn't happen much in the Feywild, but if the Fey is offering services of the sort, it's usually to trick you into giving up something a lot more than just money. People say quite a bit if they're having a good time.
Anyway, this isn't a lot of information to go off of.
I know.
Well, a certain bit of information that I think we've glossed over. This is the man who ran the mining operation that we just stopped.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Eduardo Cabello?
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh,
Nobody
my
else
name in
remember
it-
things here, or is that just
No.
No, that's what
the
you're.
memory of a?
That's one of the things you're good for.
Yeah.
I have extremely
even-
bad memory.
Even
So-
if we get caught, we could just say Amador told us to gather more evidence.
Well, maybe we shouldn't involve a judge in our thieving,
Yeah.
I already don't trust him. I don't want to give him more reason
mean-
to not trust us.
or even find a reason to put us in jail.
I mean, this guy doesn't seem like a very good guy if he got people killed and doesn't really care. And then now he's stolen things too.
Gives me a good reason to steal from him, then.
Amador said we had a few days before he could gather up enough to get him arrested, right?
A day or two.
What? Why don't we wait till he gets arrested?
If that's gonna be too late, they're gonna ransack his house.
Probably.
So do you want me to also gather evidence in his house as well?
Wouldn't hurt. He might be up to more shady shit.
yeah,
That's
if
true.
you see it, take it, but I mean,
Who's willing to give up 20 gold?
for what?
I still don't know how much that's worth, so okay.
I can't!
What's up, Fizzy?
I said, I am. I don't know how much that is. It's fine. I don't need it.
Give me 2 hours, and Darius is gonna get up, ask for the gold.
I love the idea of Darius going, Busy, give me 20 gold. And somebody stepping in to help is like, no. I want to see how much she thinks that is.
What do you think Asher was doing this whole time? Just watching. Wait, that is about 20 gold.
Like, roll a
And she
D100.
like literally, what she does, she like takes out like a bunch of gold and she's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, you take the 20 gold off from wherever it's coming from.
I don't
And
know.
Darius
I'm not keeping track of that.
I assume it's coming from Party Fund. I figured we were just
Yep.
humoring Fizzy.
Busy goes over to whoever has the party fund and goes,
It's Asher.
Can I have 20 gold?
He is what? Like, I play the money. I don't need the money this
Mhm.
time. I'm playing the character who doesn't need money this time. It's great.
Yeah.
It is just 20 gold, but Asher doesn't count it out one by one and just hands you a handful. There you go. That is about 20 gold.
How is she supposed to learn?
You can feel the weight of it.
I think they froze again.
They are frozen.
Different metals have different weights, and the banknotes are much lighter than the coins. If it's going by weight, it should probably give a lot more notes.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
you're back.
If it makes you feel better, my house has been doing the same shit.
It doesn't because it's not during D&D that it does it.
Fair enough.
But I appreciate the effort.
So I missed everything beyond I want to see Fizzy count that.
Just more
Asher just
riffing.
gave her a handful of gold that Asher's pretty sure is 20, but he didn't actually count it.
No.
So Fizzy's not really going to be learning.
No, Asher counted it as he pulled it out.
How much is actually there?
It's
Is it
20
or
gold.
But
Just
Fizzy
no
won't
one wants
learn.
me to learn.
Yep.
It's
doesn't
so
count.
rude, Asher. It's so rude. Asher's a dick for not teaching
A
me.
little bit.
Rude, especially after last night. After I like sat in, like I'm not even nice to you
Asher-
anymore.
Asher expresses favoritism of people by bullying them.
He does. It's how he shows love.
Why his family's fucking psychotic.
Oh yeah, they're all. Just wait till we eventually roll up on the Irons compound. It's gonna be this shit 24/7.
Nothing says I love you like installing a hidden dart trap in your drawer.
Yep. You know, yeah, you
No,
know
I'll
those
take
prank
that.
channels on YouTube, that kind of shit.
No.
And it's all a bunch of
No.
inventors.
Oh god.
But no, I'll take the 20 in gold and
Yes,
disappear.
Connor. Yes.
One day, the Asher Irons family will breed someone named Logan Paul, and we'll all have to deal with it.
No, because the Irons family is culturally sensitive, unlike some
Fair enough.
assholes. Not to each other, no, absolute assholes. All the time.
Fair enough.
You know where
Um,
I'm going, Connor. So,
Yeah, you're going to try and find one of your informants, right?
yeah.
I will keep that in mind. So sorry, guys. Other 6
You
people.
have COVID.
I'm
You
fine.
don't have to apologize.
I'm fine. Other 6 people here. Anything you guys would like to do in the bar?
Turn it up.
Oh god.
Is there a magic item shop in the city?
Nothing that's immediately listed off as a magic item shop. No, but there are multiple places here that may have magic items there. There's a smith, there is a jeweler, stuff like that. Kill me.
You have something that's. I'd probably look through. There is something specific that I have in mind that is an uncommon item.
Mhm.
A rope of climbing, because a lot of people in the party suck at climbing.
That is fair. I did not think to put that at like a general store in this place, which is, I would just say, my fault. Let me
I'd
pull up.
maybe even check the mines because they might use that in a mine shaft.
Yeah, they may very well. Give me a quick moment while I just pull up the pricing on that.
Hopefully they don't shaft you for it.
Boo.
Nailed it.
So, it
What's
would
wrong,
be
Becca?
it would be there at the actual mining facility itself, but that's an object that is very much kept as a just in case, and they do not like the idea of getting rid of it. They would charge you about 2,000 gold to buy it. To buy it.
Well, don't need it immediately. Tana would ask, where could I get one?
Ordinarily, there are a few magic dealers we go through for stuff like this. If I recall correctly, there is one in, I believe it was Margreen, where we purchased this one from.
Yeah. I fairly close to a port. A lot of shipments they could get.
Exactly. But we don't directly have it here. I had to buy it from someone else.
How long would it take to have one shipped here?
Well, that I'm not too sure of. I'd imagine at least a few days, but it would be a matter of getting the word out. So, a week, maybe 2.
If you provide the information to get in touch with the person you got it from, then I'll give you, say, 10 gold.
Sure, that's easy enough. Here you go. He'll just hand you a slip of paper that says who it is, where they live, stuff like that.
Right. I'll just take it off of my...
The 10 gold, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And I will give you information on who you could purchase it from later. I do not have it right now. Excuse me. Jess. Darius is beginning to kind of head around Orpheus to look for a few of her informants that she knows about. What's the name that you think would be a good informant for this city?
Anna, I
Yep.
think this is the time.
What do you mean?
I think this is the time.
I don't know what that means.
It's finally time to have him make his game debut.
Have who?
Highway Robbie.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
You will be looking for your informant, Robbie the Boot.
It's your fault for asking me to pick Connor.
I did. I'm gonna say Robbie the Boot just because Highway Robbie is. I'm not allowing that.
Coward.
That's his nickname.
Yeah.
That's his nickname. Call him Highway Robbie.
I have something I might do with Highway Robbie at some point. Thank you very much. So you get Robbie the Boot.
Does he spell it with an I-E-O-Y?
Why?
Ugh. Almost as bad as Charlie No Fingers.
It's almost like all of your informants are shady people. Weird.
Yeah.
More
his name
actively
is-
involved in crime, and then
Yeah, or
got an
actually
injury
involved in
and had-
crime.
They got an injury and had to get out of the game.
Yeah. So, you find your buddy, informant. I shouldn't say buddy.
Your buddy.
Your informant, Robbie the Boot. You see he's a blonde-haired individual. Very much not a particularly attractive man. He's got a bit of an underbite, bulbous nose, and some pock marks all across his face. And you can, of course, see why he has his nickname of the Boot, as he has what appears to be one prosthetic leg and one real leg.
All my informants disabled.
It's mostly because of what Cody said. They were involved in something they shouldn't have been involved in, got hurt, and here they are.
Fair enough.
How can I help you?
Robbie,
Darius. What's going on?
how much do you know about a certain mine odor around here?
I'm assuming you're referring to Eduardo Cabello?
You got it.
I know a decent amount. It depends on what you're asking for, though.
What will 20 gold get me?
A decent amount of information.
And she'll just slide it over to him fully. That's all I'm after from this man.
Cabello's got his own share of issues. He's got his got a lot of irons in the fire. Remember correctly, he came from old money. That money's drying up, so now he's trying to make sure he can get as much of it back as possible. Doing some less than savory operations. Trying to head into medicine making, possible mining expeditions, trying to see if you can find any usable resources aside from the normal stuff, you know, iron, coal, copper, stuff like that. He's trying to find the next big thing so he can put his name on the map and sit comfortably for the rest of his life.
Medicine? Let's back to. What's he doing in the medicine field?
If I recall correctly, he's footing the bill for manufacturing of a few drugs.
Do you know which ones? You should get that cough looked at, Robbie.
Don't remind me. Can't remember the exact names, no. But he's involved in a fair number of them.
Do you know any of the companies he's footing the bill for?
No, I don't.
Did you find that out?
Yes, I could definitely find that out, but I know that at least he's footing the bill for at least a few companies making painkillers and stuff like that. At least one that has stuff to do with brain problems, you know, that old thing.
Find out more on that one.
Okay, I could do that.
Has he made any big purchases recently that are unbecoming of him trying to save himself?
Definitely seems like it, yeah. Don't know what he bought, but he bought something big. Came in a well-locked box, made of some kind of metal. Looked like maybe iron, lead, something like that. I can only assume it was to try and make sure people couldn't scry on it.
How big?
Oh, not too big. About yay large, yay long.
Connor, how big was the box from Reyes's house?
It was about yay large and yay long.
I have a suspicious.
I have a suspicious. Huh. You know anything about him, his lady friends?
Yeah. He's got plenty of whores that he'll pay off to have them to come by and do the deed. Think it's just another vice of his, you know.
You know where he picks them up from?
Doesn't pick him up. They get given cards. They're told to go to his go to his house.
Which baby. Sorry.
Who is it? Ah!
Deanie?
Hi, Deanie.
If you're hearing that voice, Connie, you're gonna cough.
It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great. Well,
Do you know the means of which they get hired? You said they get sent cards from who?
it's just one of his men, basically. Butler, you know, aide, assistant, something like that.
Have you ever seen one of the cards or know someone who still has one?
No. That I don't know about. If I recall correctly, he basically takes the cards back when he's done. If he wants them again, he gives him another card.
High-end or street value?
Say again?
High-end women or street
Yep.
value?
Higher end.
Oh, no. Sorry. Realize something. Metagaming Pigeon, is there anything I'm forgetting?
I don't know.
Specifically, where they get picked up from?
Thank you, Metagaming Pigeon.
Who?
Do you know the common areas that these girls live?
No real common areas. It's whoever piques his fancy the most.
Do you know his type?
Yes. Well endowed. Is the politest way of putting it.
Hey.
What does that mean?
Big tits.
Big boobies.
Big tits, Jolly. It means big tits.
Which at
Quote-
least
quote
2
unquote.
characters have.
The quote unquote
Wait, what
big
2
old biddies.
characters?
Darius and Cass.
Man like a dabooba.
Like the two.
Darius and
I do like that they froze at that immediate time, because we can see the faintest of smirks from Jill, and Jess immediately looking is like, God damn it.
It's gotta be
Yeah.
me, I guess.
curse
Here's the
remake.
actual definition. I was like, what does that mean?
Curse.
It means tig old biddies.
I mean, I guess technically Fizzy also has big boobs, but like
No, she doesn't.
not like not like
I'm sorry, she doesn't.
not like no, not
Hmm.
like she's got decent boobs.
Well,
She's
she
pretty-
might, but she doesn't wear clothing that emphasizes it.
Yeah.
She's got like. I mean, I drew
Not
Fizzy with
intentionally.
pretty small. You did not specify large, and you
Oh, I did
okayed
not.
the
Purposely.
design, so she is actually
Um,
quite small.
You guys
By the
are
way,
back.
you're back. By the way, don't worry. We were just
We're
shooting
just
shit.
talking
can't
about
see you.
boob size.
Oh.
Discord's gone. It's
Oh.
not
Okay.
opening. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, what was the last bit you caught?
you guys are gonna have to give us a second. You can continue shooting the shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you guys, back at the bar, back at the bar itself. Excuse me, sorry. Are there any things in particular that you guys wish to do here, or wish to discuss at the bar?
Well, Metagaming Pigeon has one more question that was forgotten.
Yes.
Is he currently in the city or out of it?
Yes, he is still inside the city.
Hmm.
I can see. The amount of work you put on that VTuber is it's a little disconcerting at times, because I can see you rocking back and forth.
I need to shake sometimes.
I know. It's surprising.
I do too.
I don't think we saw that on the old version, and you put in some work, and now suddenly we can watch it go like this.
Everything is fine.
Is it
Uh,
though? Is it though?
Well,
I mean,
we got 2
motto-
hours to kill.
The motto is it's all bad, so.
Mm-hmm.
Who likes dancing?
So, let's see if there's anything particular you guys need to do right now.
I don't think there's a need, no.
No. Okay. So, actually, if you want, we can take a quick 5-minute break. If that's okay with you guys.
Okay.
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 Suppose.
As we correct things and stuff, yep, we will be
Yep.
right back. And we're back from our technical issue.
There we go.
Did you guys hear that?
No.
No.
Okay.
What? What?
Screeching.
Cat screeching. Oh, okay.
The mic didn't pick it up.
Unfortunately, the microphone did not pick that up. I would have loved to hear it. Darius, any further questions for Robbie the Boot?
No, she's just realizing with a dawning horror that the 2 best people for the job are her and Kaz.
That's
The
assuming
purple
you'd like.
ladies.
The purple big
That's
booby
assuming you want to
ladies.
infiltrate.
Darius keeps hers covered, thank you very much.
Still got him.
But still got him.
Fucking
You
got
made
him.
her this way.
I know.
You were the
She
one who
wanted
wanted
to
a
be a
big booby.
She needed to be a MILF.
That's what you get though. You pay the price for being a mill.
You pay the price.
Gotta pay the piper.
Some people like
Yeah.
big tits.
Yeah,
Look.
I mean,
called-
never mind.
It's called back. Yeah.
The brand
it's called
continues.
back
We're streaming.
problems in later years.
Yeah.
FLDP.
We're an 18 plus stream. You can say you like
Yeah,
big movies
whatever.
too.
Future lower back problems.
Hold
Ah,
on.
Oh,
current lower back problems. Thank you very much.
Yup.
As
If they're
the
big
member
enough,
of the
it
big
doesn't take
team-
long for the future to come around.
As the actual member in this group of the.
You know what's interesting?
BTC.
There isn't a version of future lower back problems for a man who has a big penis. It's not a thing.
No.
No.
Although
Well,
they are more likely to pass out if they get an erection though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if someone says if they have large genitals, then the first reaction is to say, your condition is you're a habitual liar.
Yeah. You're full of shit, most likely.
what did Jill say?
I think Jill said something to kill Jess.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't just saying it, it was the motions that went with it. Jill, you gotta pay the piper.
Yep.
No.
I'm gonna let somebody else make that joke.
Funny, because piping's
The male prostitute you call a piper.
yeah, it's a piper. It's because
It
when
was
you
a slow burn hit, that's why it
Yeah.
took me a minute.
because when you
Yeah.
pay him enough money, he'll lay some pipe for you.
Rock, get in there.
Oh, I got something on my.
All right.
I got something on my. I just
So-
got this out of the wash.
Darius, returning back to the just verdict. You have information.
They're still sitting at the table, I assume.
Most likely, yes.
She's just gonna sit down with a very grim look on her face.
Something wrong?
I have good news and bad news.
What's the bad news?
His type is us.
What the fuck does that mean?
Kaz, I don't know if you noticed this, but we both have one thing in common that the rest of them don't.
We're both purple?
Darius is just gonna grab her own chest.
Say, in fairness, the purple part's not wrong either.
No, he likes voluptuous.
Oh. I
As-
see. Yeah.
Would you kill a man if he touched you? I can't gauge you right.
Depends what he does.
How about this? Could you fake being attracted to a man long enough to get a job? Even if he wasn't your type.
Was
That's a no.
Sounds
Okay.
like a no.
We'll come back to that. I have more bad news that's somewhat good news.
Okay.
I think I might know where the Reyes box went.
Do you think it's the Reyes box?
He bought a box that looked to be made of some type of metal that was the right shape and size. That he apparently spent a lot of money on.
Well, we have to check that out. Ugh.
He's also paying kickbacks from pharmaceutical companies, including one that's making medicines for neurological problems.
Great.
And he's at the source of everything.
Yeah, apparently he's about to run out of money, and he's trying every last ditch effort he can to save himself.
The fuck is he doing fucking people if he's losing money?
That's a good question.
Look, a man's gotta
Now,
gotta have some fun.
I believe he's thinking with his lower part and not his mind.
Not from his pockets either, apparently.
well, here comes the problem, which is even if we were to use that route of entry, the way he hires them is one of his servants sends a card to a woman and that woman goes in. He then takes the cards back.
Okay.
I
If I could see a
if
card, I could easily forge it, but
I wonder if one of us could find the guy who hands out the card and is like, I know a girl, and try to set it up that way. Maybe that's needlessly complicated.
no, there's worse plans. My thought was we wait outside the place until one of the girls comes up and offer to pay her.
That would probably be simpler. I'm gonna be a pimp.
Granny the pimp. Show me your pimp hand, Granny.
What? You can't say that to me. I don't know what it means.
Just pull out the glove.
No, she's a nice dame.
But
So this is what you did in the past life, no?
In a past life, not my past life. I don't think.
but even if we use that infiltration plan, still come some of the other issues,
Mm-hmm.
such as the guards and the locks.
As is good with the
You-
locks.
Is the
It says
Is
they're
the
decent
music
locks.
weird?
So very good at sneaking. So if you can distract him, she can probably figure out her way around the locks.
See, you could go into some sort of animal form. You could follow them around.
I could.
Bring supplies where they need to go. Tana, what is it? What would you like to do?
I'd also like to go in if it's finding guard positions we're talking about. I might be able to see them where they are using that ability.
Plus, you
And
are smaller and you could easily knock them out.
if we need to get out, I also could make someone very fast. Even faster than cars.
And when it comes to exfil, I think between me and Rot, we can cause enough of a ruckus outside and pull a few of the guards outside.
I don't.
You should trust this. This is a great plan.
Rot, are you comfortable going out and causing a ruckus with Asha?
Depends on what sort of ruckus we're causing and how illegal it is, because
No.
I don't.
We're not trying to kill anybody today.
I like
Today.
to maintain my status as not a criminal.
Wait, that is the goal, is to not make it illegal. We do not want the city guard coming and getting involved in this situation. But what we can do is cause enough of the ruckus in front of the building and get the interior guards, get them to come out. In fact, set up like we could make it like a performance. Make it we could just be a couple of restraints that are trying to get in and meet with this man on some sort of business or something.
When you say performance, you sort of make my heart go a little bit faster. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm not really one for performing. It's not really my forte.
Is it performing if Asha does it to you and you're not expecting it?
I really don't know what we're talking about anymore. I don't. I would
Asha's
stand in front
all-
of this house and cause a ruckus.
Asha's already vet, she only has to get drunk to play the part.
This is true.
So, like, what, half of a cup of whiskey?
Yeah, maybe. If you go with something a bit harder, a couple shots, usually that will about do it for me. I don't have
Oh, but
anywhere
I
to
do
store
need to-
it.
Yeah, Asha, are you planning to use a gun at any point during
No.
this?
The idea is, so what is it that this man does? He collects things, right? when it is time for you all to leave, you need a good distraction to get them away from the front door, no? So, at that moment, Rot and I go up as, we've been having a bit to drink. I know about this guy that has some sort of big, culturally significant thing, and then Rot and I just go back and forth and just bamboozle these individuals and try to get them away from the front door. And then, you don't have what we need, whatever we live by.
I'm not supporting you through the lie, correct?
As long as I don't have to look anyone in the eye and tell my own original lie that I come up with, I think I should be okay.
No, Rat, in fact, what I was thinking is you and I could just go back and forth and try to sound as smart as possible and just absolutely watch the life drain from these men's faces as they just get so confused, their brains pop out of their eyeballs.
Oh. That's what I can do, yeah.
Where?
I'm quite used to that, actually.
Where? This would...
Maybe you should just talk to them about bird migration patterns.
Okay, well, I'm really interested in bird migration patterns, and I don't really understand why you decided to pick on me for that here and now. But if they're interested, I'll tell them about it.
Cause
Autistic coded rot.
Cause is going to speak up, albeit a bit quietly, as you guys are in a crowded bar. There is one thing that you're not considering as a possibility. What if he already has a visitor present?
Who wouldn't like a twofer?
This is fair, but also, you may not have... You may not
You guys can't see Jill. Jill just turned.
Yeah? Telling my weapon about threesomes? That's great. I'm so happy for you.
You may not necessarily even need to force anyone to act the prostitute. If he's already busy with one, just bar the door. That way he can't get out of the room.
So we wait for a prostitute to go in. We don't pay her off. We just let it happen and then lock it.
Not even lock it. You could just put something in front of the door.
Same function.
The problem is if he screams, guards are immediately gonna come.
No, they're not.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Never mind.
there's no window. Read the notes again.
There's no window in the master bedroom.
Master bedroom, not the entertaining room.
This is fair. Maybe there is one in the entertaining room, but even then.
Depends on how much of a show off he is.
Wouldn't they all be
That's
outside
true.
because you two would be distracting him anyway? So they may not
That's
hear
the
it.
goal.
Right, but I'm saying they may not even hear him scream that he can't get out of the room or whatever. Also, it's still really weird. No offense to your sword, but it's weird that it talks.
Oh, it's actually for showers, but it's no difference.
You're allowed to be offended. That's because he's confusing.
It's not a sword. It's very obvious. He's very obviously not a sword, but
No, he's a beautiful
it's
weapon.
fine. It's not a sword.
Also, how can he read the notes if he doesn't have eyes?
How can Reuben
I'm
be a monkey?
I am attuned to Rot the same way that Rot is attuned to me.
You can look through our
Can
eyes.
you look through cousin? Can you try to
I
look?
just went over this.
If there were
Nice.
sensory, if I had eyes and ears, yes, Rot could look through me.
It's not often you find a weapon with eyes and ears, though.
So can I ask you a question, Rat?
Maybe.
If he doesn't have a mouth, how is he talking?
Now that you can't ask.
That's
Aren't
just
we
magic,
Planning
actually.
a heist. Sorry, I said that quite loud.
Yeah, but there's always room for a little bullfuckery.
Come on. Continue planning. Your heist. Your plans.
So,
heisting and your
plan-
performances and your...
Plan one is if he's already got a lady guest tonight, let them go in.
Probably the simplest.
I just don't want to get a civilian involved, but I guess we'll have to.
Well, with any luck, they won't be involved at all. They'll just be off to the side.
In fairness, if he does harm the civilian in any way, shape, or form, a thief turning tricks and saying, hey, this person murdered someone would also make them less likely to get tried for stealing.
It would also to be fair, that would also result in the death of somebody not involved, and that
It would.
I'd like to avoid personally that as much as possible.
I'd like to get.
So true.
No,
You know what?
if we get there quickly, if they die, maybe they don't stay dead. I can revive people.
I see.
It's
You know what?
It's new.
Out of everything you could have told me about yourself, I think that's the least weird thing you've told me since we met.
It's new. I've been
So,
meditating with the stars, and they've been helping me.
Inside gets distracted by the prostitute. Outside gets distracted by smart person A and smart person B.
Well,
Presumably, I would not use presumably. I'm so sorry.
I guess.
You say it, but you say it wrong because you've heard Rat say it.
Presumably.
Presumably.
I think the plan is also, it's hard to like not be a smart person when playing Fizzy sometimes, I swear. So I think part of the plan is also to get some of the people from the inside out with the Rot N.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the inside team needs to be prepared for.
That's what Tom's
yeah,
for.
because we're probably not gonna be able to get all of the guards out, but if we can
You could get some.
if we can get some, then it makes whoever's sneaking around a lot safer.
And
then we
worst case
just-
scenario, you just have
Or
Tana there, just
Just-
pummel some man into unconsciousness.
I could silence the room as well, so she can fumble whenever she wants to.
That's
This
true.
is also a fair possibility.
I can also do stuff. I don't know what
You
yet. but I
could
can-
you could
I will make a
shape
sneak-
into something small and help them look once they're in the
Oh.
master bedroom.
You could turn into a crocodile and attack people.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Maybe
But
not
I-
that
Rather
one.
large.
I can also
Could
I can
turn
also
into
make
a
us
real
extra
fat
sneaky even as an
duck.
animal. So
So
Yeah, because-
definitely,
Cause still says it.
I think one of those flesh-eating goats would be a bit more common in this part.
oh wait.
I hate
I
those
can also
goats.
carve. I can
That's
also
common inside of someone's home, I think.
I mean if
I meant go like a mouse or something.
If
no
goats can climb trees, one can climb the side of a building.
And open a window. Sorry, go ahead, Fizzy. I apologize.
I can also, instead of maybe beating them up, I can also just make them really nice and like us.
is that guaranteed or?
Not guaranteed, but I can make it very easy to do it.
Knocking them out is easier, actually.
It is. It is. That's true. You're not wrong, but like knocking them
You
out
can have-
might not be the best idea sometimes.
You could have knocking them out on standby if they aren't friendly by the end of Fizzy's trick. Because if they're friendly, that's an extra pair of hands.
Yeah, exactly. And I can also,
I can open doors for you.
or I can just make them. I can make them friendly and make them go away.
Okay, enough chit chat. We need to put this plan in action. We're just gonna keep talking in circles, and we can't plan for everything.
Alright, so
Yes.
the plan is get an alligator in the house,
I mean, I can. Do
set it free.
You know, we've had worse plans.
Yeah.
I'll
In fairness, if an alligator got inside of someone's home, I believe every guard would immediately start running towards the alligator.
That's plan C. No, that's plan A for alligator.
No,
This is plan B.
We make it a crocodile, so it can be
Fancy.
plans.
B for distraction.
wrong, honestly. If I turned into an alligator, that would definitely distract the guards.
Is there
Yeah.
fucking alligator outside?
But
Inside even.
Guys aren't gonna believe this.
Well, that's the thing. We have to leave you to be found, and there's no guarantee that they wouldn't just attack you on sight.
Do you know how fast alligators are?
Would you
Yeah,
attack
do
an
you know how
alligator on
s-
sight?
Would you attack an alligator outside?
If there's one inside my home and I have a weapon,
No.
Wouldn't
I've punched
Yes!
worse.
just leave?
gonna abandon my home because of an alligator, I'm gonna kick it.
It would be a crocodile, not an alligator, I think.
Whatever.
Propagator.
Crocagator.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well-
can turn into it, so.
So first off, we need to find the assistant that sends out. Unless we're just
Yeah.
going out at night.
I think we're just gonna keep an eye on the house and see if a prostitute goes in.
Okay. But
know
most
what?
likely the heist is going to be at night, though, right?
Yeah, we should probably try to do it either tonight or tomorrow night.
Okay.
No
I
time like
prefer
the present.
Sooner than later.
We should go stake it out. Sooner the better.
Steak.
Steak.
Steak. If we do this right, we can get steak later.
No.
Steak on
Have
me
you-
if it goes all right.
Cav's using the steak as
I don't
plan
want to
B
eat
for
steak off
bludgeon.
you.
You hurt me. You wound me. I'm a beautiful woman.
You kick Granny. Kick her. 1,000 jail for 1,000 years.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to eat steak off of anyone.
You should try it. Anyway.
I have to Can I hold on?
I would.
Um,
I wouldn't want steak to be eaten off of me, mostly because the only proper way to serve steak is either not cut or cut and it's still hot.
hey guys.
Yeah.
I apologize for what I'm about to say.
Oh no.
no.
Okay.
Darius is just gonna look at Granny and go, if I'm going to eat meat off of someone, I know it's not going to be that.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I mean,
You
she's
shouldn't
right.
eat
though,
meat
I'm
like
not gonna lie.
that. That sounds
Did
painful.
Kaz agrees with me.
Okay, is this a new day, by the way? I can't remember when this is happening.
No,
No.
this is still the same.
We're
No.
it's like
it's
it's like
7
7 o'clock. Yeah.
because
6
Darius
o'clock.
is gone for 6 o'clock.
Did
Darius
I-
is
I
gone for a
just
little bit
adjusted
to
it
get
by now.
info.
Did I do an oracle roll for today?
Sure.
I
No,
don't
you
think
I don't
haven't.
think you
Okay.
did.
Yeah, you haven't.
Okay. Okay, I rolled a 12.
Okay.
You tend to roll pretty middle of the road with those.
12 could also be useful if a guard doesn't have any wisdom, because that fails a save for me.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because my DC is 16. My DC is actually pretty decent.
Before we go to stake this place out, Rot in his mind is like, I have to conceal who I am because if they see my mask, they're gonna know me. So Rot will switch out his current mask for the face of the dead god, and just wear that. Just a little guy.
Sure.
It's weird not seeing you in wood.
Doesn't make the same noise. It's not really as satisfying. It just kind of hurts.
You want? I can also give you a hat.
I don't do hats. Callback to when Connor tried to have a hat item. No hat.
Even though there's someone in the group who
Just you
already
fucking
wears a
wait. I've
hat.
got a mask item coming for you. Don't you fucking worry. A different
Alright.
one, not this one.
Because Fizzy wears a hat when they're outside in the sun.
Yeah.
Big old sun hat.
So does Darius, technically. Asher, Rot. For reference, the things he's involved in is mining, as you know. He's also involved in pharmaceuticals. And anything to really make money quickly that can earn him a lot. Those are your kind of target things.
How long do you think we have? How long do you think you all have before he's finished? 5 minutes?
I mean, if he's paying a lot of money for these high-end prostitutes, I would hope he would keep her around for more than 5 minutes.
You'd be
Maybe there's
surprised.
some sweet talking going on. And...
No. Let me tell you how this is gonna work.
I'm so
He's gonna
sorry.
be- He's gonna get done in about 3, but he has a certain amount of pride he has to keep. So he'll just make her lay there and deal with being stuck there long enough that his pride can take the hit.
Got it happening in surround sound now. It's coming from behind me here. And it's also coming from...
What do you want from me, Rod? I have had to case people for this before. That's usually the MO of these people. It's to make people think they're better than they are.
Anyways, we're on observation duty. Let's go.
I hope no paintings change into scary monsters.
Sticking through the rooms at Mach speed.
Making your way over to Spinell Ridge Road, you'd be able to figure out which one is the target house pretty easily. It is
Is it the gaudy
definitely. No, it fits in pretty well with the rest. Looks to be again 3-story house. You can see that there is a front garden, a little walled-in section as well. Almost like a house in England. Almost is the best way of describing it. Not a lot of width or length to it, so they built upwards a little bit more. You can see that at the front there is indeed one guard at the front door. You can see that they are wearing chainmail, and this fellow appears to be holding a bludgeon of some sort. It looks to be effectively like a hunk of wood with metal plating towards the end. Relatively simple, rudimentary weapon. I will say the individuals here who are associated with law enforcement know that in the north, save for very, very rare situations, private security and bodyguards aren't allowed to carry lethal weaponry. You can't carry a sword. You have to carry a bludgeon. Because you're there to defend someone, not kill people who come in. And when someone finds out that their private security or someone's private security is like that, there needs to be a very good answer for it. Otherwise, the guards will get involved and there will be a problem. So, most likely, you're going to be looking at a bunch of guys holding sticks or batons. Something to knock you senseless, basically.
They can try.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is a mountain wall?
Mountain wall? What?
From the notes.
Oh, like the mountain wall, like the actual wall of the mountain. This is in the upper region. So basically at some point when it was being built, the wall of the mountain was still present. And then it got carved away and moved back further, and the window was never put back in.
It's essentially a cave that they kept digging out.
Yes, effectively.
Okay. So looking at this building, how many windows and the tiers of windows are there? Because I know one wouldn't have a window, would be the master bedroom.
Yes. So there are a handful of windows on the 3rd floor. Only a few.
Only a
And-
few. Okay.
Yes. But there are definitely plenty of windows on the 2nd floor, and there are some very easily accessible windows on the 1st floor. Now, as a rogue and an experienced thief, you would know 1st floor windows almost certainly going to be locked. Go past that, though. Probably not. People don't tend to lock 2nd and 3rd story windows because who the fuck's going to get up there?
Hmm.
Yes.
Is there a pattern to the windows? Like,
Um,
do they?
Yes, there's a symmetry to the layout of the windows themselves.
So we can
2nd
very
floor,
clearly see where the master bedroom is.
you could figure out where the master bedroom is pretty easily because you could see that there's one section where the symmetry is broken and there is not a window.
So is it on the 3rd floor?
It is on the
then?
3rd floor.
Okay.
On the 3rd floor, you can see that on the western side of the building, there is one spot where a window is on the east side that it is not on the west. Which, if Rand's notes are right, that's the master bedroom.
Hmm.
Is this house big enough to have like large interior rooms?
It's like a medium to small sized house. Like I said, not a lot of floor space, like floor wise, but there's a lot of vertical space. It's like a loft is the best way of describing it. But if anybody would like to, if you guys would like to begin casing this joint, I will need stealth checks to stay hidden and perception checks to watch and observe.
I will be busting out the secret stealthy spell.
Yeah.
Pass
that's
without
it.
trace?
That's a trace.
My brain forgot for a second. It's fine.
You are a gift right now with that.
I
Secret
cast
stealthy spell.
Secret
what she calls
stealthy
it.
spell.
That's what Fitzy calls
So
it.
that's fizzy
It
coming
is.
out.
That is absolutely what she calls it. She calls it the spell, secret stealthy spell.
To be fair, Fizzy could call her spells whatever she wanted. I would be fine with it because
There's
you
the
know.
brick.
No,
It's
it
her
wasn't
fu-
my
it's her
phone. It
spell.
was the any of the rock.
Jesus, that was
No,
loud.
I was like, no, I didn't want it to break.
She it's her spell. She can call them what she
Fuck.
wants.
She can.
I rolled well on the important one.
Right.
Stealth checks will go from Jace onward. Jace, what did Asher get?
No, Asher's absolutely useless when it comes to perception. Instead, he's going to be is it probably close to an hour at least that Burger's been casing.
Yeah.
If so, Asher's going to spend time with the orb.
Okay, you are going to be working with
Yes.
that. You get an hour, of course. You get one roll.
Yep.
Go ahead. And it is just intelligence, by the
Yep.
way. It's just an intelligence check.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that reminds me, Jace. I need to tell you this.
Yes.
With the rolls in regards to this object.
Yeah.
There are no natural 20s.
Okay.
You will never get an automatic success.
Okay.
Nor an automatic failure.
Gotcha. Plus intelligence mod on this one. First roll with it is a 15.
15. There are numerous moving sections on this object that, in all honesty, you would not immediately notice with the almost rippling metalwork done to it.
Mhm.
It has this very organic look to the metal, but it's metal. It is cold, unliving metal. It does not move unless you fidget little plates and segments in certain ways. And there's definitely some patterns that you could maneuver things on it, but you're not entirely sure what those patterns are.
Got it.
So there's more to this. You're sure of it, but you're not sure what.
Okay.
Stealth check, Kaz.
24 for stealth check.
Cool.
Perception check. I rolled a nat 1, so I used my
You already used your Oracle die.
Yeah, I did. For a 20 total because I rolled a 12. It's a 12 plus 8, so 12.
So a 20 and what was your stealth?
24.
24. Kaz, what was your stealth?
14 plus
No.
10.
24.
24. And what was your perception?
My perception. I didn't roll my perception. Hang on.
You should do that, buddy.
11 plus 2.
15.
15. Okay. What was Granny's stealth?
With the pass without trace, she rolled a 32 on stealth
And a 7 on perception.
and a 7 on perception.
Darius, what was your stealth check?
19 plus 10, 29.
Perception check?
19 plus 8 for 27.
Oh, shit.
Good.
Really
Wait,
high
so
roll.
If there's pass without a trace, does that mean
You get a 10
Kaz's
point.
spell would be the
34.
yeah?
So
Bear in mind, you're level 5, and you're already able to hit numbers like this.
Yeah, you're
A
only gonna
druid
get
and-
worse.
Yeah, a druid and a rogue are a dangerous combo sometimes, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but 29 and 27.
Gotcha. Right.
Hey.
Okay, stealth, that's a 19 plus 10, 29.
9.
For the other one, whatever it is, it
It
was
was 7 total.
7 total.
Okay.
Roll a 2.
You're at least sneaky.
Got 1 for each eye.
and
Wait,
Tana?
no. Oh, 2 for 1 eye. Sorry.
Tana, your stealth check?
Well, I didn't roll as well as Darius, but I still rolled well. Stealth 14 plus 7 plus 10 for 31 total.
Okay.
Perception 18 plus 5 for 23 total.
Okay. Good round of perception checks, good round of stealth checks. No one's at risk of being caught. Asher, I'm assuming you are making yourself scarce and you're not going to be
Yes.
at risk of being caught,
Mhm.
so no worries. First and foremost, the few of you who got bad rolls on perception, you have kind of come to the conclusion that it is more than just a little bit voyeuristic for you guys to be looking in on this man's home, given the potential circumstances. So you're a little bit uncomfortable with it, at least one of you, and the other is there trying to reassure the other that it's okay. Stealth-wise, all of you do very well. There's no worries with stealth checks. You will manage to find a location where you guys are able to post up without getting noticed. It's basically an alleyway. And you manage to shroud yourselves well enough that you don't catch any passing glances. You're fine. Our 20 plus perception checks, because we have several. And the 20, because I think you just got a flat 20, right? Right, Fizzy? Yeah. So the 20 and 20 plus perception checks. There is a rotating guard shift. It appears to be basically spread out amongst 10 men. So there are 5 guards that come in for one section, and then there are 5 guards that come in and take and trade shifts with the other guys. And it looks like the movement pattern for the guards is relatively straightforward. The guy out front will be there for about an hour or 2, typically 2 hours, unless something comes up. And then the guy who is on the 3rd floor comes down, takes the shift for the guy on the 1st floor, and then the guy at the door goes into the 1st floor, and one of the guys from the 1st floor goes to the 2nd. Basically, they rotate. Fairly straightforward. There appears to be a slight patrol pattern for the guys who are on the 1st floor. It looks like they are moving from room to room, from one that is something like a small living room to a kitchen to a dining area, and then they rotate around that same pattern pretty routinely. There are a few gaps that, when pointed out, Kaz will be able to use and kind of plan around. On the 2nd floor, the one individual there has much less to look for. So they're basically able to hold 2 positions. They walk to one spot of the room, look around from there, move to another spot that has a blind spot, and then move over there.
So did you have... Sorry,
Oh, no, go
finish your
ahead.
thought. Mine is
Oh.
off subject. Go.
How tall is the 2nd floor windows?
2nd floor windows are tall, but nothing too extreme for you.
But could I use Phantom Grapnel to
Absolutely.
be... Okay, because it's
Absolutely.
30 feet, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know
Like-
how.
Like if you wanted to get to the top of the windows, above the window ledge itself, that'd be like a
Mhm.
20-foot shot. That's easy.
Okay, so it's not
So
that
it's
bad.
entirely doable. Downside is finding the time to do so, because basically the 2nd floor has one big bay window. And from both positions, the guard has a pretty good sight line on that. So the only way to get in on the 2nd floor, you have to wait for him to be midway through one rotation where he goes to the other side and has his back turned.
Mhm.
At that point, you can sneak in.
Can you see through that bay window really easily from...
Pretty easy to see through, yeah.
So what we could do is have Kaz stand on the be on standby down below with a portable mirror in her hand, while one of us watches the window with those glasses on, so she can see immediately when it happens, so she doesn't risk the hiccup. Or we can try doing it with the intercoms.
Point of clarification for just out of character party. Are we intending on also moving in this night, or is this just scoping it out?
I think we're basically moving in as soon as the prostitute comes in.
As soon as you
So
get, so basically, as soon as you have the opening, you're planning on
Mhm.
doing this.
Mhm.
So we're
once one
we're
shows up-
staking it out for the opening.
Then I'll say Anna would have used one of her spell slots to cast Jump on herself. And then used her Rabbit Hop, which is now tripled because it is a jump distance, to get on top of a roof of an adjacent building so she could see into the 3rd floor easily and relay any movements.
You guys will watch as Tana basically just coils down a little bit, touching their hand to the floor, and then just springs upward onto a nearby 3-story building, and then just scuttles their way up there, no problem.
Right. Are there any bunnies who can do that naturally?
Are you asking me if there are any rabbits naturally in the wild that can jump 3 floors?
Yeah, I figured if there's something that neat, you would know.
I don't believe there are.
Damn.
3rd floor, pretty straightforward. The guy doesn't move. He stands by the 2 wings that go east and west, so the guest room and the master bedroom, and he just stands there. There's no patrol pattern from him. You'll have to find a way to distract him or knock him unconscious.
Alright. Time will relay all of the exact movements.
Alright. Right, Ash, are you two ready?
Cat.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Pay no attention to the cat under the blanket.
Don't look at the lump.
That's moving.
Oh, lump
Sorry.
left.
She's indecisive.
Because I can't think of anything else we need to, like, over-plan for at this point.
Just when you are ready to make your way out, say something to the comms, and Rat and I will move in from the outside.
You gotta wait, because we don't know if he's got someone with him now, right?
It's a little early for that. It's only 7 o'clock right now. You haven't really seen any visitors coming by.
Ladies of the night don't show up to the night. I get it. That makes sense.
But you guys did see that what looks to be an aide or some kind of an assistant has left the building at this point. So their shift is over, which means it's just a matter of waiting and seeing. So, how long do you guys want to hold off and wait?
I mean, at least until
Midnight?
10 or 11, midnight even.
Okay.
Once it gets, yeah, well, once it gets to a certain point of the night, he's probably gone to bed. So,
Okay. So you're just gonna play the numbers and basically just kind of wait a little bit. You know, we'll probably fall asleep at like 10 or 11-ish. So,
What are the races of the guards so that we know which ones have dark vision?
many of them are Dwarven. One of them appears to be half dwarf.
No, all.
So all of them have dark vision.
However, none of them have dark vision like me and Fizzy.
Yeah. No one has dark vision like the drow here.
We'll see them before they see us.
Exactly.
So, let me change the music up.
Heist.
I don't have heist music, but I have other music that'll work.
The
Well, you-
Tetris music just starts playing.
oh god.
Speaking of Tetris, Jill, would you like to tell them what you saw earlier?
They're making a Tetris movie.
They sure
Why?
are.
There's nothing to show.
It's like about something to do with Tetris. It's got Taron Egerton in it. I like him.
That's not surprising.
Is it
Some
is
of
it
the
about
early-
the making of
I
Tetris?
think
I
it's
think so.
Because, yeah, I
Okay.
didn't watch the trailer, but I did see it get posted, and someone was like, I saw a comment that was like, oh, thank God, I thought it was going to be like another Pixels.
Yeah,
So I
that's what,
think
that's,
it's-
Well,
that's what my brain immediately went to. I was like, is it about the blocks?
if it's
They
about
were-
the
they
making,
were-
it's a little fascinating because it's like 80s Russia, because the guy's Russian.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good. Yeah.
So, like,
old
that I guess
Tetris
could be
games
interesting.
Had a story mode to them.
What?
Yeah.
What's the fucking story of Tetris?
I
It
am the
was
man who
it was a person who was an
arranges the
explorer
blocks
going
without falling down.
like basically searching these lost temples and stuff for artifacts, and you had to clear the path for him, and he would climb atop the blocks like one high, but you couldn't crush him. You had a time limit as the ceiling was falling.
It's like a puzzle
spike
mode
jump.
then.
Please know that it's
Essentially.
a thriller. The thing is
Huh?
a thriller. And it's an Apple TV movie, so like
Yeah.
it's not like
Oh,
a theater
okay.
movie.
So
Interesting.
so it could be based off of that.
Could be. So, you guys begin to wait. The night crawls along a little slowly. 1 hour passes. 2 hours pass. 2.5 hours. And finally, you see a well-dressed woman. She appears to be a dwarf. She's got a nice, well-trimmed, well-braided beard. Very well endowed. She is approaching the door. And you see that she hands some kind of a card to the guard in the front, and he opens up the door, appears to give her some directions. She begins making her way up through the house.
Well then. Look alive.
It's been hard for me, but I'll try my best.
I mean, you still got some fleshy bits.
I don't know how to continue the joke. I was trying to be funny for once in my life.
It was funny,
Thank
but
you. Appreciate it. Let's steal some stuff from some people. That sounds like fun.
Rot,
Yeah.
don't let Ashley do anything too stupid. Asher, don't let Rot ruin your fun.
Well, of course not. We're going to have a good time.
I mean, what you just said would
Contradicts.
make computers fail the Turing test.
I know what I said.
Asher and Rod, you guys begin making your way towards the front of the building themselves. I will leave it up to you guys how you are presenting yourselves and how you look, so it's up to you.
Jace is too busy
It looks like-
dancing along too.
I can't tell if Jace is listening to the music or thinking.
Thinking.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Sorry, I had a phone call, so
You're fine.
I missed whatever happened in the last 2 minutes.
We're moving in.
Okay.
Asher and Rot are beginning the distraction.
Okay. Am I going with Kaz?
Believe so.
I believe so. That is entirely up to you and Kaz.
Kaz, am I going with you?
That depends on you. What do you want to do?
I'll go.
I'm going in no matter what I do.
I'm going in with you. I'm going in with you. I'm gonna do another pass without a trace. So it's my last spell, I think, for the day because I think I used 2 earlier.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do my last pass without a trace. My last 3rd level. So don't die, please don't die. I bet.
Bye.
And then I'm going to turn into a little rat. And I'm
Okay.
going to get on your shoulder
Okay.
so that
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna have to fight Reuben because Reuben is on my shoulder.
Oh, that's true. Actually, no, I'm not gonna turn into anything yet. I'll just stay a person.
That's okay. I'm sure if you presented yourself to Ruben, Ruben would gladly hold you.
No, I'm gonna stay a person for now. Actually, I'm not gonna
Okay.
turn into anything yet. The crocodile thing I might need to do later, so let's
Hold off. Okay.
hold off. I'll-
So you guys are under the effect of Pass Without a Trace. The other 3, Darius, Granny, and Tana. I'm assuming you guys are acting as Overwatch.
Well, I'm waiting for the window to be open, and then I'm using my other rabbit hop to jump through it.
Gotcha.
Because I have the range.
Mm-hmm.
Ball?
Ball gaming.
All gaming.
gaming.
God damn it.
Darius has a
Yes.
plan. How to get in, but she's gotta wait for the distraction to fully start.
Mm-hmm.
Because hey Connor, is there rubber on these windows?
Rubber?
Yeah, like rubber around it to help cushion.
Oh, like gasketing. No, there isn't really like rubber gasket. There would probably be like felt to act as a seal for the window.
Oh, so you mean things that can be cut?
Yes.
You know, just going
Yeah.
in,
No, I
popping
get you.
the felt out, and then pulling the window out.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're going for.
Yeah. I'm waiting
will-
to make sure there's no one to see me do that.
Fair enough.
Which I
I'll
need-
keep that in mind.
The 2 other intelligent people to do that.
Gotcha. Asher and Rot. Any preference on how you're presenting yourselves, or should we just have you go on in?
I think that Ra is still like in the mindset of trying to disguise certain features
Mm-hmm.
without having to resort to magic, because that's not going to work out. So I think Rot has taken, because Rot has one like thing of hair and then shaved sides, flips it over to hide the like gray streak, and just takes his hair down and has his hair like just down. It's like,
You'd look so sexy with it pushed back.
Katie, tell Rot how sexy he'd look with his hair pushed back.
So Asher's gone a little bit early, and we have already cast Niceless Magic Aura on the coat. So it's just not popping up magical at all. Asher has taken hasn't ever actually busted this out. He has a very long glove that actually like goes up and like fully covers the prosthetic. And he'll
like a
actually
sleeve.
pull the cuff of the his coat down. Not wearing the metallic, not wearing his gauntlet, no like flamethrower or anything like that, no helmet, no
Much
goggles.
more presentable, normal human being.
And he is going to busting out the cane, and he's using that with the false hand. And he obviously cleaned up a little bit.
Yep.
But just looking like presentable human number 1. Actually, hold on a second. No, he doesn't have the prepared. Never mind. Nah, I'm just gonna trying to stand as proper as possible and walking towards the house.
Asher and Rot begin making their way up through the garden gate towards the actual guard. You see that he is standing in front of the door. He has one hand kind of laid lazily on his bludgeon, and he'll kind of look over at you guys and go, "May I help you?"
Bonjour. Marcos, this is the house I was telling you about. This man is very knowledgeable in terms of mining. He might have exactly what it is that we need. Bonjour, monsieur. Marcos Feinstein, Jacques. I just go by Jacques. It leaves a bit for the mystery. We are here from parts that do not need to be mentioned right now, but we are interested in acquiring some very important materials. We do a lot of jeweling. We make a lot of jewelry. We also have a few other lucrative businesses. We heard that the master of the house was very knowledgeable in these things. We came to talk to him.
Are you going to try and baffle with bullshit? Baffle with bullshit, or just persuade?
We're gonna try and be fuck it. We're gonna try and be a little bit baffling.
Okay, I'll let you do
I was gonna
so.
say, because I can help Rot without talking. Anytime jewelry is mentioned, Rot does wear like 2 gold necklaces.
Yes. Yeah.
And has like an earring. So jewelry is mentioned. It's like
You kind of like primp a little bit, and you show it off. Yeah. Rot,
Finger wrapping around the chain.
Yeah. you will notice one thing from this guard that does raise your attention a little bit. I think Asher would too, because I think you also know the spell. You watch that he makes a slight hand movement, and you look like he performs detect magic.
Oh yeah, Asher knows that spell.
So he casts detect magic, and he looks like he's trying to look you guys over for magic objects. Jace, your
Yep.
roll.
Do I get advantage on this one?
Yep, Rod's assisting.
Yeah. Thank you, because that was perfect. That is that's gonna be a total of what is that? 25.
25 total.
25 total.
Pretty good roll.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Excuse me. You will see that the guard's eyes flutter slightly. He looks like he's trying to follow with what you're saying and is losing interest very swiftly. And he'll kind of prop open the door slightly and lean in so he can call back out and says, "You two, please get over here." And you'll see two other guards come out as well. And they will begin discussing with you partially why he's not going to be available for you right now. It's late at night.
Mhm.
And also they do kind of like, one of them gets out a pen and a pad of paper and like some charcoal so they could take notes on what exactly you wanted to discuss with them. And you will occupy a fair amount of their time as these three guys get wrapped up in your bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
First floor is completely empty. At least according to the individuals who are currently on Overwatch. You don't see anybody on the first floor now. So Kaz and Fizzy. Actually, Kaz would probably be the first one. You have your opening right now. How would you like to get inside?
Well, you said that the guards on the first floor are distracted right now.
Completely. They've all gotten wrapped up with this bullshit.
Which is a good sign, but that means I have to do the lockpicking game. I have
You may have to.
to unlock the window.
I can help you with that a little bit, I think. So.
You may just have to do the lockpicking minigame.
Okay. Let's see.
So would you like to try to unlock the windows on the first floor?
Yes.
You will be doing the lockpicking minigame.
Connor,
Yes.
if I provided guidance, how would that work?
So hold on, let me just pull up the page because I need to have this ready for myself too.
Because I can do that, right? Like in a situation like this, obviously I would know she needs help. So like, guidance.
So guidance would basically be giving her another hold.
Okay.
So, they are decent locks. They are basically they are trivial, difficult locks. So they do take a little bit more time, but you only need to get one number, Jolly. All right?
Okay.
You need to select one number. One between 1 and 6.
You can do that after you start rolling, right? Or does Jolly need to decide before she starts rolling?
Jolly needs to decide the D6 before she rolls.
I will pick number. I'll go with 4.
Okay, I am giving you guidance, so you have an extra hold if you need it.
Okay. So what am I rolling? A D6?
You are currently rolling 1d6, and the number
And
you're
you
trying to
want me
reach
to-
is 4.
4. Okay, and you want me
Roll
to
a
roll on any game, so
Yep, roll a d6.
Oh,
Ugh,
5.
that is a 5. It is evading you ever so slightly. You can try again if you'd like. Actually, I
Okay.
apologize. I said an extra hold, an extra die. That would be my mistake. You roll an extra d6.
I
I said, you would roll 2d6 for this. I made a mistake and said the wrong thing.
2d6?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because I'm giving you help. I'm giving you guidance. so
Because
you get extra help.
Fizzy is assisting you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
3. Why
So-
does it have to be the number that I
It's a-
chose?
Hey, it's okay.
She
Roll the
doesn't
1 and a
actually-
2.
I would say she can roll again because she would get a thing on the
It's-
first one.
I'm counting that as the first one. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
So your first round, no real luck. It's not going perfectly, but it's a well-made lock. It's not terribly shocking. You have another round.
Okay.
I would like Fizzy and ooh, it's a
No.
5 and a 4, which means you would reach you would hit the number. Remember, you're
Which
not
number?
you're not trying to get the overall number. You're trying to roll a 4
Which you
on one
Oh,
of the
okay.
die, which you did roll.
You want us to roll
Okay.
a stealth check, Connor? Is that what you're asking?
Yep. So, first off, Kaz, you will manage to unlock the window. Second, I will need both of you to make stealth checks.
I rolled a natural 20.
Ooh, that's good to hear.
I rolled a. No, that's not great. It's an 8 plus 10 plus 10.
It's a 28.
It's a 28.
You're 2 points lower than 30.
Fucking. That's not very good. I rolled a 28.
I barely beat you with a natural 20. I rolled a 32 with a natural 20. So that's with a natural
Fucking
20.
rogues, man.
I can't fault Jolly because when I roll like 10 or 11, I say average, even if I get like half a plus.
Yeah,
8
even if you have a
skill.
very good
I'm
roll.
trying to take account in Pass Without a Trace doesn't exist. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty good.
Um,
8
you
is
guys-
definitely very good.
You guys, now with an open window, slink your way in onto the first floor. Tana, you have an open window.
All right.
It's not even on one that you have to jump through. You just need to sneak up to it.
I hate
I
to
mean-
interrupt, but
Yes?
there's a baby here that 2 of you would be
Is it-
interested in.
Ah, Bean!
It's
Hello,
Bean.
dear.
She's in heat currently.
Oh,
She
poor
crying.
stinky kitty.
She crying.
Connor, full disclosure, I still do need to use a rabbit hop to safely get down from the building.
Oh yeah, because you're 30 feet up, aren't you? That's fair.
Yes. So she's probably gonna like hang down from the side to get as low as possible and then use it off of the wall. So
Okay.
it's not jumping from the roof, but slightly
Aw.
down.
Little Bean.
I am
You're
also
Mario jumping.
Yeah,
Yep.
doing a triangle jump.
I'm also going to roll stealth.
Unfortunately, you do not benefit from Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah, you
I
do
would-
not currently have it.
I would technically have been within 30 feet, but even without, that's a 15 on the die plus 7. So
That's fine. 22 on the roll.
22. It would rather be a question of if Fizzy would think of including Tana, who is within range, but she can't.
It's
Speed.
true. Tana is invisible, but is technically within range of the spell. It's up to you.
I mean, she would. If she could, she knew that she would.
Tana, you're under the influence of the spell.
So it's
So
32.
that would be a 32 instead.
You'll be
Ah.
able to very easily leap your way across over to the window, and you will sneak in behind Fizzy and Kaz. Now, Granny and Darius are the two ones I have to ask about. What are you guys planning on doing?
Well, I was originally going to cut open a window because I thought those 2 were going in on the 2nd floor.
Plan changed a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't need to cut a window open. Sorry, I'm very distracted.
No, that's fair. Bean is very distracting,
Oh, she looks very happy right now.
and she's very happy to be getting fed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just think, she can be yours.
For the low price of nothing?
Of moving,
know. Yeah.
actually
it's
is
too
the answer.
early for apartments to like
Mhm.
be open.
I'm just
Yeah, we're just
happy to
Yeah.
keep her.
I
so
know.
y'all need her.
But no, she'll probably watch the other 2 go in and then kind of like nudge Granny and motion that way.
Mm-mm.
You're not going in?
I'm Overwatch. I'm ball gaming.
Then Deus will just shrug and follow in.
Yeah. No. My plan is just Granny's hanging out in that original hiding spot, and she's just kind of like, if something goes to shit, she's ready to react.
I'd say, as she goes, Deus is gonna go, let us know if they get kicked. Motioning at Rot and Asher.
Yep. Let us know if you need a loud distraction.
So is Dara's coming with
Kaz.
Kaz?
Chaos is coming in after you two, but she's probably not gonna stick too close. She
Okay.
has a goal in mind.
Okay.
Link Pearl emote.
So,
I need to get in your game to do that. Sorry.
Kaz, Darius, Fizzy, and Tana, you guys have made your way onto the first floor. You know that up on the second, there is at least one guard who is patrolling. What would you guys like to do?
What's on the first floor?
Fairly mundane things. Kitchen, dining room, sitting room, so a living room, basically. And a staircase that would lead upwards. Nothing terribly amazing, but a good amount of things that, you know, a standard person would have in a nice house.
We should try to save the silence in case if whatever we're trying to get is locked up and it would create a sound to get it out.
Yeah. I mean, I have 3 charges on the hat, so.
I have a really bad idea.
And that is.
Ruben's with you, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think a guard would be upset by a monkey throwing food at it?
He's like, what is this monkey doing here? How did he get it?
Exactly. He'll chase the monkey down.
Whose fucked up dog is this?
Ruben, how are you feeling about doing that? Is that a yes or no, Ruben? That sounds the best.
Ruben?
Ruben
If
nods.
Darius is gonna look at Ruben. If something happens and you disappear again, I will buy you whatever fruit you want the next time we come across the stall.
Ruben nods slowly.
Oh god, he's learning. Oh god.
What
I'll
fruit do you
go-
think is gonna cause the biggest problems? Pomegranate?
I'll
It's
go
messy,
up
so
as
yeah.
well if the guard decides to shout instead of chasing Ruben. I'll have to get in there quick.
Sounds like a good idea. And Darius is going to hand a pomegranate over to Ruben. Do us proud. Because he's gonna look like he's covered. The thing is, he's gonna look like he's covered in blood.
It's a war paint!
Ruben cracked open the pomegranate, begins carrying off several wedges with him.
You know what's worse? This is not the dumbest plan I've ever instituted in this game. At least this monkey has experience.
I was gonna say, this is the first time we've used monkeys.
It's probably not the first time
Technically,
Cass
we
has
used
used.
apes.
Used apes last time.
Yeah.
When we gave them bombs.
Keep using primates for various goals.
I did that.
It
It
worked out
could
for the
all
big
be
damn
worse.
Those were my apes too. It was my flock of familiars.
It was your flock of familiars and the bombs
Your
that Connor had
bombs.
forgotten I had.
Is that
Connor,
a
let-
monkey? He's
Let me
got
know
a
if I need to
bomb.
re-roll stealth for following Ruben kind of up the stairs.
Sure, you can roll stealth again because if you're gonna have to stay close-ish, you will still. I will say you're still in the stairway itself, but you're kind of like keeping a general eye out.
I have a question. Did Ruben get past without a trace too? If he
Yes.
needs to
Yes.
hide? Okay.
Ruben counts as a creature as for that.
Yeah.
So if he needs to hide, he can.
12 plus 7 plus 10 for 29.
12 plus 7 plus 10. For 29. Ruben only has a +2 to stealth.
No, damn.
So Jolly, please roll a d20 plus 12, since Ruben has passed without a trace.
A d20 plus 12.
Yep.
Okay.
That's all Ruben has.
I'm rooting for a nat 20 for our sweet baby boy.
Move over.
Plus 12? What,
Plus 12.
Plus 12, okay.
Yeah, because it's 2 plus 10, so plus 12.
I think
And-
you're gonna
That just-
roll a 12, so he'll have
I mean-
24.
25!
You were way too close. Paula.
You literally the other day I predicted multiple things in front of Adam. You guys know this. I have an approximate knowledge of many things.
You guys will hear from upstairs. Fuck. Someone starts chasing after something on the second floor.
The sound of a monkey screeching in the night.
Actually, no, because with that stealth check, he's not at risk of being attacked or killed. So he's quiet enough to keep hiding, and he's basically performing guerrilla warfare.
Actually, it's what type of monkey is he?
It's capuchin.
It's capuchin warfare.
Actually, no, sorry.
Pygmy
Pygmy
marmoset.
marmoset.
It's marmoset warfare.
Marmoset.
And Tana will use the headpiece to let everybody know which route is clear to take.
Guys, why do all my monkey-related plans work?
Be like that.
I mean, sometimes the simplest option does work. So
Oh, I know why. It's because I'm good at monkey business.
shut up.
I considered saying that as a response, but declined to
what
do
Jill
so.
said.
I don't think any of you appreciate my genius.
It's something,
I'm
all right.
hurt. I'm offended. I can't believe you guys are supposed to be my friends. And yet all you do here is sit here and judge me
Jess-
for one joke.
Jess, if my friend was on heroin, I wouldn't support that addiction.
And
I
monkey
mean,
business is almost as bad.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate your genius, but I do appreciate you staying in the genus.
God damn it.
Yes. Thank you, Cody.
The autistic.
Jesus missed so much in like the minute they were gone.
I
Usually
say
goes
it
that way,
for
yes.
the reactions.
Making your way up into the second floor, you four will hear the distant sounds of Reuben hitting and fading on this poor guard, throwing pomegranates at the man, and evading capture, thankfully for him. But you do know there's only so much time that will work for until the guard eventually calls for someone else to help him.
Okay. Maybe we
Get
go.
Ruben a blowgun that has like 5 seeds.
That would be
Go
so
up.
good.
Go up to the next floor, and that one we knock out.
Do we know what's on the second floor? Is it just
That's
the
what I was
basic-
about to ask.
Second floor appears to be a little bit more things that would be held a little bit closer to the chest. Library. There's a small personal library, an office, a study, as well as what appears to be like a little lounge area where one can effectively just kind of bask in the sun. There's no other way of describing it.
It's a sunroom.
It's a sunroom. It's a sunning room.
Darius is gonna motion at you guys, and I'm
Mhm.
staying on the second floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Namely,
You're
I'm assuming you're going
scrapping
to the office.
Office, and then if there's time, the library.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. On the third floor, you know that there is only one guard, but he is not moving. And he's positioned in a way where he has plain view of the eastern wing and the western wing, and he's standing basically right in the middle of the hall. So, getting close to him will be tricky, but not impossible. You'll have to figure out a way to distract him or get him to look away.
How high are the ceilings?
This is a dwarven made building for dwarves, so probably about 7-8 feet. And dwarves typically about like 4 foot, 5 foot tall, so something like that will be pretty fine for them.
I'm looking through the window. Are there any blind spots on this floor?
Not many, because this floor looks to be pretty limited. There's not a whole lot here. There is effectively a room that looks like storage, a room that looks like some kind of roof access of some sort. It looks like there's some kind of a paneling that is hiding the way that it's accessed, and there is a lock and bar for said trapdoor. And then there's a hall that leads over to the guard and the 2 bedrooms. There's really not a lot up here.
We could go the charming route. Or we could go the knockout route. Whatever works best.
If we're gonna knock him out, we can silence the vicinity where he's at.
That might work. That might work well.
I mean, he's just guarding. I don't really think he would, other than hear whatever is going on in that master bedroom.
Whoever gets assigned that role that day has to be very patient and good at tuning things out.
I have an idea.
Okay.
If I can just peek around a little bit, I can toss a small pebble or something across the window on the far wall, and then rush in. That way I can close the distance, and then we can try to charm a silence from there, but I can make sure that it won't move outside of the range of whatever we're doing.
It might be better because the charm only works for so long.
Most people, when they look for something, their immediate inclination is to look at eye level, but he'd have to look down to see me.
It's a fair possibility.
Yeah.
Well, if it gets him out of the middle of the, at least both of the rooms, then yeah, you have no other choice.
I will say this. Kaz should still be prepared to come in case Tana doesn't do enough to knock him out.
Right. But
So
not
Kaz, you should be on standby.
Okay.
Okay. So, who would like to throw the object to get to distract the guard? It will be a sleight of hand check. You're basically throwing something to make it not readily visible and to make noise.
provide assistance by guidance with guidance.
Oh yeah, you can provide assistance
Yeah.
for this.
I'll give you assistance, Tana, so you can add a D4 to that.
Alright. Let me pick up the die for it. I don't need the second D20 because, well, 15 plus 4 plus 4, 23.
23. Okay. So, Tana, you pick up basically a loose rock, and you just very quickly just ping, pitch it and make it knock off the window itself and makes an audible noise. And you will watch as the guard, who's down the hall, turns his head.
Alright.
And he very cautiously begins to just slowly make his way up there, eyes glancing left and right, as he kind of starts making his way towards where he heard that noise.
I am going to just sprint in.
Oh god, you're just gonna bum rush this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
This is effectively a surprise. He does not see it coming, so it's an attack with advantage.
First attack is going for the back of his knees.
Oh.
I'm doing it to get him down to my level flurry of blows. Next one is going for the gut to knock the wind out of him, so we can't call for resistance. And third, if he's still up, is for the back of the neck to try to knock him out.
Okay, roll your first attack.
She's brutal in her efficiency.
Yeah, that's the word for it, alright.
19 plus 7, 26.
26, hit.
And she is doing this all unarmed strikes because even she doesn't want to leave blood
That's fair.
on there.
That's fair.
But she is going to add additional damage with the Vend. because
That's
she
fair.
wants him out. So that is, assuming he doesn't resist bludgeoning, I'm just gonna give the total. That is 8 points of damage for the first one, and I have to take off my hit points.
8 points, alright. Your next strike?
Having both of the 20s because it makes it so much faster. 19 to hit.
Hit.
Ooh. 12 points of damage.
Okay. Next attack.
I could also mark off a key point. 20 to hit.
Hit.
For 11 points of damage.
Okay. You basically ground and pound this guy, getting him onto the ground and then laying him flat on his back and starting to pummel him. And you realize with these first 3 strikes, he's not fully unconscious. He's still awake.
Then she will just motion to
Okay. Kaz.
Gaz
Am I-
busy.
Am I silencing or am I attacking?
It's up to you. You can
Whatever
attack or
you
you can
want.
silence. The problem is it's one or the other. Your attack, you will have advantage. He doesn't know you're there.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Yes, Jess?
I'm gonna ask this for Jolly. Does he look bad?
He looks pretty freaking bad, yeah.
Jolly just
Just go for a swing.
Okay, I'm gonna attack on him then. I'm gonna use my silver stake for bludgeoning.
Mhm.
Let's see how this goes. I'm very scared. Oh my god, I hate this UI so badly.
I know. I need to
Yeah.
find a new one.
Simple melee. Did it not roll? Oh no.
Advantage.
Connor, I don't know if I can click on the button.
You have to go into inventory, I believe.
Inventory?
Yeah, inventory. And yeah, you have to click attack. So like you click the item and then below that you see standard roll, attack, damage, and info. You have to click
Oh.
attack there.
Okay, that is so
I
weird.
know.
So I'm getting advantage on this attack?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
24 to hit. Well, you'll hit.
Okay. I'm rolling damage.
And
With-
sneak attack damage. Because he did not see you coming.
Oh boy. Okay. This is okay, so I'm rolling my normal attack for my
Mhm.
weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So damage did not go through.
I don't see it, no. Well, on the inventory menu, again, you can click damage.
Yeah.
I did click damage. It's not going
Alright.
through.
You could roll the.
It's just straight up is not going through. Wow.
I
fucking
think it's
hate
a
this.
D4 plus.
It is a D4 plus
5.
4. Oh, 5, yes. D4
5.
plus 5.
Okay.
And then plus 3d6.
Plus what?
Plus 3d6 from your sneak.
Okay.
So
That's 13.
13 points of damage total. You guys will watch as Tana gets the man on the ground and knocks him most of the way out. And then Kaz basically winds up on him and then dropping down to one knee, just using the butt end of the stake, just brings it down right between his eyes, right above his nose, and you hear his head knock off the ground. It is an audible.
Is he knocked out though?
Oh, he's out. He's out like a light
Okay,
now.
good.
Asher and Rot.
Wait.
I would like you guys to continue trying to baffle with bullshit, as there was a little bit of noise, and you guys do need to still keep their attention on you.
You know, but here is the problem. So, as we were saying, you get all these stones together, but we are in a bit of a time crunch. I don't know if you were fully aware, but there are a few holidays coming up. So we're very much pressed for time to get the materials that we need, and to make sure that we can get back to Magreen in the quickest amount of time possible. We already have a few meetings already set up north. Perik was one of the ones. My friend, you mentioned, what was it that we were saying earlier? What was the? Yes, exactly. Blue. Sapphires, they're the ones that are popular right now. They are setting such a huge markup. So if at all possible, look, I know that this is time of year, do you have the need for a very nice necklace? Right. My friend is very good with the necklace size. We could get one sized up literally just based off of the measurements that you can give any sort of approximation. All it takes is just a bit of movement, and we can get you set up with something very, very nice to give to your lady friend or some other person that you have. It doesn't even have to be something. You could get it for your mother. It is very, very easy to have one of these made for you. All we need is just a little bit of your master's time. I don't care what he is wearing or not wearing. It's very easy just for us to have this conversation with him. You just need to let us in the door, and we can make sure that your pockets are lined very, very well.
All right.
Question: have you ever accidentally made eye contact with a kiosk person at the
Yes.
Yep, that is the energy that Asher went with. We're like, Rot's not doing anything. Go.
I was sitting there.
That's modeling for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was sitting there being like, I hope when I start talking, Jace doesn't stop talking. Like, I was genuinely hoping you would kind of catch what I was trying to go for there.
I was gonna keep going, but I decided I also don't want to do this for 20 minutes solid because it will just be rough on the audience. So
no, it'll be terrible. Roll again with advantage as Rot is acting as your model to assist in selling this deal.
Fucking beautiful. What was another 25. I got 18 again on it.
Fine. Totally fine. They appear to be sufficiently distracted. Some out of interest.
Mm-hmm.
One out of interest. The other two out of obligation to stay here. And honestly, the natural instinct to be polite and not try to interrupt someone. So they're not telling you to fuck off.
They want to so bad.
They want to desperately, but like they can't be really mean.
They're like that one Perry the Platypus scene where he's trapped by social convention. He's just in a diner with Doofenshmirtz.
Perry! I have trapped you with social conventions!
I feel that's so hard, not being able to extract myself from a social situation.
God, I feel that every time I'm talking to a technician, I want to tell him to shut the fuck up.
You know how
God,
often I
feel
wish goodbye things?
I hate the kiosk people that open with a compliment and they're like, oh my god, I love your shoes. And I'm like, thank you. And they're like, do you curl your hair?
Fuck!
And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, would you like to? I'm like,
No!
Do you straighten it? No.
Do you wear wigs?
Do you wear wigs?
Do you have the
Do you,
wigs?
baby?
You're a beautiful man. A beautiful man.
I mean,
Do you wear wigs?
it's like Hookworm. They have arena trap.
Do you have arena trap?
You're like,
Legendary Pokemon with a fucking arena trap, like a kiosk salesman.
Let's all not forget that Asher's cart, the back of it is
a merchant
a
shop.
merchant shop.
Yeah, isn't Asher's background technically merchant?
Asher is a merchant.
He guild agent.
Yes,
he is a merchant.
He goes around. We haven't had the fucking chance because we're running for our lives. But if you give Asher a couple days to set up in a market, money. That's what the cart's for.
Granny,
Sparrow wants to buy something.
Maybe
I
they
will
might
need
us.
a perception check.
I do so great on those.
No, don't be pessimistic. Just roll.
I believe in you.
You're gonna get above a 10 on the die.
I rolled an 18 on the die.
Ha!
See, I
There you
told you,
go.
don't be fucking pessimistic, you shit.
Well, I thought
Uh,
the dice was mad at me because I dropped it, but it seems to have forgiven.
No,
No,
see,
it's
here's
into
the
that.
thing. We believed in you, and our power of belief.
So that's a,
Spring
that's a
break.
dirty 20.
Spring break, I believe in you.
Dirty 20. You can see on the second floor the guard that was being distracted by Ruben, while still being pelted, has begun to move around the building and has actually started getting closer to Darius than would be comfortable. Darius.
Yeah.
You're in the office.
You got it, Chief.
Would you want to make an investigation to try and find the information you're looking for?
What else would I do? Oh God, I just looked at my investigation score.
Hi?
It's tasty.
To be fair, this is Darius who can go invisible.
Yeah, that's actually. I already had that item prepped.
Yeah.
If Kaz is terrifying with stealth, Darius is terrifying with investigation.
So that's a 17 on the die plus 10 for 27. Hey guys, did you know I'm an investigator?
X-ray vision activated.
No, I never would have guessed that, Jess.
Oh my god.
So, Granny, Darius is digging through the office. Are you going to give her a heads up?
Yeah, she's just gonna be like, second floor guard is, getting a little close, so be extra quiet. Prepare to hide if the door moves. That's all. Because I would know you have the ability thing.
Oh yeah, everyone, because I keep handing the coin off to people. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Ugh, why does he keep that in here?
I said be quiet!
Thong.
It's business thong, you know? Not everyone.
I like not doing sexy business. I thought everyone kept business thongs.
And you have to keep your business thong in a manila folder, of course.
So
It
that's
still
what
has
makes
some
it
teeth marks
business.
on it.
You keep it in a file cabinet right beside the business hoodie.
Thongs. No, it's flip.
I hope you get
It
caught.
It can only be blue or black or tan.
Yeah.
Skin tone business thong.
Ew.
I'm going to put in the memes what I'm referring to.
Ugh.
Okay, but no, she'll take into note what Granny said, but she's still digging.
Okay. Darius, digging through the actual office itself, you find some pretty incriminating evidence that he is aware of the potential danger in these situations. He was aware of how dangerous that refined fire crystal could be. He knew how dangerous that could have been. He knew what kind of an effect it could have had. And Mage told him. But he used it anyways. And on top of that, there appears to be some evidence that he did not tell the employees how dangerous it was.
Marketing that. Hey Connor, are there any sort of transactions between him and the pharmaceutical companies he's working with?
Yeah.
Are there any list of receipts from purchases he's made recently?
There are lists of receipts of things that he purchased recently, yes. One of which is a receipt for a very hefty sum of money for a artifact. For what is literally listed as magical artifact on the invoice.
We'll take that one, but leave the rest. So that way he doesn't get suspicious when all his invoices disappear.
Mhm.
And grab enough evidence to show that he knew, but not enough that he'll be suspicious instantly.
Enough.
So, like,
You're giving him enough rope to hang himself with, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
So anything expensive looking in here?
Anything expensive looking in here?
Yeah.
Yes,
I rolled a
absolutely.
27.
Absolutely. There's a typewriter, like a full-on typewriter with a case.
There's a case on it?
Yeah.
Darius will very carefully close it, zip it up, pick it up.
Oh, this is an older style typewriter and case, so it's actually got like buckles and clips. So it's very tactile. It's not a zipper. You clip it shut.
She very much wants it to look like they were there to steal material wealth, not information wealth.
Fair enough.
Because if
please...
someone's more concerned about something expensive going missing, they're not going to look through the paperwork for missing things.
Fair enough. Please add one expensive typewriter, expensive portable typewriter to your inventory.
I'll try. Give me 1 second.
Things are not light.
No, they are not.
It's okay. Darius is, at this point, listening at the door for when the guard sounds far enough away. And once she can hear him move and Granny gives the all clear, she's going to dart across the hall to the library.
Okay. Granny, as you're monitoring the situation, you are able to give her a signal as to when she could move without risking being caught. As your roll was good enough, you're looking in the right spots at the right time. So Darius, you head over into the library.
Hold on. I'm trying to get the sheet to work with me.
We have to battle the sheet not wanting to work and also my mouse micro freezing every 10 seconds. So like clicking on things is a nightmare.
Can you please add it to my sheet? Because thank you. I'll remember it because expensive typewriter, but you know. She's gonna go over there. And because she knows he's a rich bastard, some of these books are definitely for show. So she's going to look for the ones that are either brand new and unopened or well used. No in-betweens. Nothing that's been cracked open once or twice. Nothing that looks like it's been just put there to be put there. She's looking for things that looked like they could have been collector's pieces or things that he read a lot.
Gotcha. Another investigation check.
Yeah.
You're gonna find like his old dead wife's journal and it's gonna be written in there. She's gonna be like, I love my big giant bahanga hoongaloos, and he's gonna be like, I miss my wife every day, that's why I get all these
I miss my wife in her giant
wearing
case.
down prostitutes. They remind me of my wife.
It's only a 13, however, I'm gonna use
23.
private eyes.
Okay. And
you?
find any information that you were missing.
Yeah. To supplement that 13.
Yep.
Hunga bunga boogaloos.
Looking around in this area, you will find that there are a few books that definitely are well thumbed through. It appears that the ones that he appears to be regularly thumbing through are historical documents. And he's specifically looking through and reading over effectively like the same few passages going over mining and the general economy and financials of the mining region. And you can see that literally he has used a fountain pen and like bracketed certain sections of this where it's like financials and information like that, and goes, and literally he has notated, this doesn't make sense. Why are the numbers like this? Doesn't match up with standard price at time.
He's finding discrepancies in history. Jesus Christ. What a nerd. She'll pocket those books.
Okay. I will add notated historical documents to your inventory.
As she adds it, she'll mutter to herself, Rot would like those.
On the corner of your HUD, it pops up and it says, Rot would like that.
And the mid for +1 favor with that.
And then now that she's done looting evidence and his personal belongings, she's going to wait until either she hears the guard coming and she has to pop invisibility, or she can hear the trio mention in the comms that they're going out.
Okay. With that said, the trio of thieves, Kaz, Fizzy, and Tana. You have one unconscious guard here. And you have 2 rooms at the end of a hallway. One with the sounds of stuff happening behind it. And the other appears to be silent and closed up.
Well, first we have to tie him up in case. So gag his mouth and restrain his arms
Also
from.
hide him somewhere.
Yep.
From what you described me as kind of like a T hallway.
This is a 3-way hallway, yeah. And if you go back, there is a storage room you can stuff him into.
Let's just stuff him into. Tie him up, stuff him into the
So-
storage room.
This. Did they say the box that they mentioned was magical at all, or no?
No mention of whether or not the box was magical, but it was mentioned as metal.
But the item I'm also looking for from the curator is magical, though.
That is a magical item, yes.
Could I use detect magic to investigate the rooms if I could find those magic items?
You certainly could. Using detect magic,
From the Hellwalker's hat.
which I believe does mark off a use.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine.
You will see that. Excuse me. Sorry. There are no signs of magical items in the other rooms, like the storage room or what have you. As you enter into the master bedroom, you would see that it is lavishly decorated. Silk sheets, nice electric lighting inside the room itself. Smaller bookcase with well-thumbed books, and there is a safe. There's a heavy iron safe. You don't see anything magical inside, magical currently, but considering it's in a heavy metal safe, that might be why.
Is there a lock on this safe?
There is a lock on the safe, and it is a complicated one.
God.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh. God, that's gonna be hard.
Yep. This one is a tricky lock. You will roll 3d6 unless you are given assistance.
Yes.
In which case you are going to roll 4d6.
Absolutely.
I'm so scared. Okay.
And your options for success are either rolling 3 of a kind, numbers in series, so like 3, 4, 5, something like that, or 3 odd numbers.
Playing Yahtzee, guys.
You're playing Yahtzee.
Also,
Yeah.
weird question. I also have the Oracle ability, which is a reaction. So I can do guidance and...
I will not allow the Oracle ability.
Fair
Guidance
enough.
is fine.
Okay.
The Oracle
fair.
ability is pretty strictly written for d20 rolls.
Okay. Just asking.
Okay. I have to roll 4d6? Is that what I need to do?
4d6, and you're looking for either matching numbers, all 3 odd numbers, or numbers that go up in number. So 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, something like that.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'd like to look around the room for like buttons, switches, movable panels, see if there's anything else hidden.
Anything that might be hidden inside this location. That is fair. You can roll an investigation check. Kaz,
Okay, yes.
4d6.
Okay, that's let's see. Oh, that's really close.
Holy shit!
It was like 6, 6, 5, 5.
Holy shit, that's actually really good.
Can I offer a thought is to keep the 2 5s? Because you only need
2
You-
5.
So basically, yeah, if you go with 2 5s, you can either
Uh-huh.
wait for another odd number, in which case you got it, or
Uh-huh.
another 5, in which case you've got it.
Yeah, I'll get the
Or if
5.
by some chance you roll a 6 and a 4, you've got it.
Yeah, yeah, that's also true.
yeah, the 2 5s is your
Okay.
best option.
You literally have several ways of getting this done.
So,
Hold on, let me double check because you're going to have to hold now.
okay.
I would like you to make 2 thieves tool checks.
Thieves' tools?
Yep.
Okay.
You can use your oracle die on this if I recall correctly.
Okay. If you need it, I can give you extra. So, but I have to do it as a reaction, so I have to wait till you roll.
It's in my inventory, isn't it? I'm trying to find
It
it.
is in your inventory. I'm sorry, dude.
I think
Fucking setup has screwed up everything.
I can't find things very
It's
well.
under tools.
Is it under tools?
Yeah.
Oh,
Un-
okay.
Tools, click it, use thieves tools. I have to find a better sheet, I swear to God.
So am I rolling normally, basically?
Yep, you're rolling thieves tools normally.
And I have to roll twice.
You're holding 2 die.
Okay. That's not good.
Okay, use an oracle die
Mhm.
for that. So roll 8s, I believe. Hold on, because I believe it's a D6, but I could be wrong. A D4. Okay, so D4.
A D4.
A D4.
Mm-hmm.
So am I rolling again?
Roll a
Or-
D4.
You're rolling a 1d4.
Oh, a D4. Okay. 3.
15.
15.
Roll the second thieves tools.
Okay.
Oh my god. I can't help you with that. Because I can only
It's
use
okay.
it once.
Sorry, dude. You're going to lose one of those die that you rolled.
Okay.
So you have 1 5. Roll 3d6.
Is it 3d6?
Yep, you're rolling 3d6 now.
Okay.
We
You have 3
You got
odds.
it. 3 odds!
You have 3, 3, 5. That would unlock it.
Oh. Okay.
Inside of the
Close my
safe. I love how tense it is too. It's great, isn't
I don't want to look at
it? Inside of the safe, you find 2 things. There is one, a nicely made wooden box, about yay big, yay tall, yay wide, and there is a leather cylinder that is sealed on either end, with wax.
What the?
Take up both.
I mean, I'm not gonna leave both of them or one of them away.
I'll take one, you take the other, we go.
Is it the one that I was looking for? From what the curator told me.
Would you like to check the box?
Yes.
Okay. Opening up the box inside, you see that there is a black iron mask. You can see it's intended to be worn like a mask that is in the shape of the upper half of a rat skull.
Yep. Okay.
There are small decorations and runes going across the entire thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it is surprisingly light in your hands.
Okay, so this is the magic item. Okay.
And you do
Now-
have detect magic.
Oh yes, you do have detect magic up. Yes, it has a very strong magic aura coming from it, but it seems incomplete, like it is missing several other pieces.
It's incomplete.
Yep.
The note to you was it was one of 3 pieces.
1 of 3. That's weird. Okay. Well, let's ask the curator about where the other halves are.
And this is
Okay.
how you become the Grey
Busy.
Fox.
And Fizzy,
Huh.
you take a leather cylinder
Mhm.
that has wax seals on both sides.
So they can't be opened.
It can be open, but like you would have to pry it open or deal with the
don't have
wax.
time
It's
for that
easier to
right
just
now.
melt it. Yeah,
we don't have
exactly.
time for that. We just go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
And my investigation was a 19 plus 1.
19, 20. That's it. Okay.
I don't have Darius's bonus, but I think I have the best bonus out of the trio currently in the room.
You will see that a lot of the information here, or the objects here, appear I won't call them mundane. They are very much expensive objects. Stealing a good chunk of these would require a lot of moving. It's really gonna be tough to do.
I have the bag of holding.
You do have the bag of holding. I mean, like furniture. That'd be worth selling, but a lot of money. You know, a lot of heavy lifting. The books that he has here appear to be probably the most expensive things at your disposal in this instant. There's also something that you notice on the desk that catches your eye. And honestly, you probably only noticed it just because of the faint glint it gave off from the moonlight and the fact that you can't see in the dark. It looks like a gem. It's about yay big. Perfectly clear, but beautifully faceted. Looks like a diamond.
I'll put the gem and any books of interest into the bag. And if there is any smaller furniture, like the size of a chair, a single one of those, because I want to make
Just
it
one
seem,
chair.
I want to make it seem like it's stuff that a single person could carry out, like a normal sized person.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I might see, well, I can't get the couch out easily, but I could get a chair out.
I can steal a chair. All right, that's fair. That's not a bad idea.
That's the red herring of the group.
So, you have done so. Are you guys planning on getting out now?
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
You three begin making your way downstairs to the second floor. Darius, you've been perusing through the library, and you can only faintly hear the sounds of your companions beginning to also make their way down down from the third floor. Do you wish to meet back up with them?
You're muted, it seems.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
I press the button. I watched her do it.
I know.
But yeah, as soon as they come down far enough, and she realizes they're coming down because they're ready, she will say in the earpiece and go, Asher, Rot, get ready to wrap up your grand show.
Okay. You guys continue making your way down from the second floor to the first floor, leaving the noise of Reuben pestering a guard behind you, and begin to slink your way out through the first floor window. I need stealth checks from all of you. Thank you very much.
We still have Pass Without a Trace up because it has
You
not
do?
been an hour. So
It has
Take
not.
a die for me.
Could I also resummon Ruben since we're getting out?
Yes, you can resummon Reuben to you.
Okay. How
Love.
does
Jill, you betrayed me.
I'm sorry, I rolled an after 20 seconds ago. I love the idea of the guard like closing in on Ruben, being like, "I found you, little fucker." What?
Hey,
Go.
Before we do that, I do want... Tana would whisper, do we want to make it look like a break-in?
I already did on the second floor.
Do you want to make it look like someone went out of the top floor window?
I can make it look like someone came out this window too. Regardless, yeah, might as well.
Then everybody else get out, and I'll make my way.
if I see somebody fucking up a stealth roll, can I throw the D4 at them?
Michelle, honey,
React.
I love you. I love you dearly. I love you dearly, and I appreciate you so much. It won't make a difference. I have a +1 going
It's
forward.
a natural fucking one.
I don't have Oracle rolls, or I would give it to you.
However, I do have a backup plan.
Kaz, what'd you roll
It
for your
depends on
stealth
the
check?
rest of us too, though. Remember, the rest
It
of us.
does. It does. Kaz, what'd you roll on your stealth check, buddy?
15 plus 10 plus 10.
35.
35.
And
One
I rolled
success.
I rolled a 17 plus 2 plus 10, which is a 29.
2 successes. That-
Tada.
So no. Hold on. I need to make this clear. A natural one is a natural ones and natural 20s count as
Yeah,
2 failures and 2 successes. So you're
I'm-
2 and 2.
We're 2 and 2, so it's
Tana,
all
what did you get?
Well, I'm actually sneaking back upstairs.
What? What are you doing?
Hey,
You're sneaking back upstairs?
hey.
Because I am going to make it appear, now that we've really gotten the stuff out, I'm going to draw all the attention to the third floor. I am going to, since the window is unlocked on the top floor, open it, smash it in from the outside, and then jump out.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna have you roll a stealth check. If you pass this stealth check, I will count it as distracting.
Nat 20.
Yeah!
Oh, thank God.
God.
Thank fucking
I-
Christ.
I will use my other spell for the jump spell again, so that way I can rabbit hop out of there safely.
Okay, I will say you will make up for Darius's failure by effectively pulling attention away from that and escaping in a pretty slick manner. There's no way that they're going to notice you.
And I'm also not immediately dropping to the ground floor, I'm jumping to another roof, and then jumping down, and I will take some fall damage from that. But
Okay.
I'm willing to.
You're willing to take it.
30
yeah.
feet of ball damage.
Yeah, that's not that
Help
bad.
enough. I want it to seem like a smash and grab from the third floor window.
Gotcha. You'll take 19 points of fall damage.
Right?
It's not a pretty fall, but you do manage to attract attention. Asher and Rot, you guys are down at the front of the building, effectively pitching to 3 men.
Mm-hmm.
A good chunk of them unwilling to be present here, but they are present. And then suddenly, you will hear from the 3rd floor, and then you will see just a blur of a shape go and just leap out a 3rd floor window onto a building.
Oh, it is that kind of party. Listen, I did not know that you did those kinds of things. What kind of operation are you running here? Should we go? We should go get the town guard. If you're throwing people out of the buildings, what is it you're doing here? With
Get
what
the
sort of
damn
things are
town
you-
guard.
Hmm?
You
That's
upstairs.
incredibly unprofessional.
Incredibly unprofessional. You know what? Go ahead and strike our name from the record. We don't want to be working with people that do these kinds of things. We are going to get the guard. Look, come, my friend. We're
Does
going to
Asher
get the
just
guard.
say strike your name from the record, or does he actually take the paper?
He actually grabs the paper and we start walking
The
away.
The best part is I didn't voice the plan to distract to anyone before going in, so no one was expecting it. So it's a surprise to them as well.
So, the 4 people who were infiltrating,
Well, it's
you
3
managed to
now.
get out.
It's 3 now.
Well, 4 because someone did jump from the 3rd story.
Fair enough.
I want to break free.
We're Asher is literally going to find a guard.
Okay. Yeah. You can very easily go and find one of the town guard. You can see that they're
Guard.
making a patrol.
Guard. This house, these individuals, they just threw a man out of the window.
What?
They just threw a man out the window.
What do you mean they threw a man out the window?
I was speaking with these gentlemen in front of the door, and all of a sudden the window goes crashing out, and we see a figure go flying out of the window.
He kind of looks behind you, like where a body should have landed, and I don't see any bodies.
It was an unnatural force. They flew out like they were struck.
I bet you they are using illegal magics.
I will be. Hold on, and he'll take a bell off of his belt. He'll start ringing it to attract the attention of other guards, and he'll begin making his way towards that building. What are you two going to do?
Where Asher just start. Monsieur, my name is Jacques. I am from the Ruby Saman, a beautiful jewelry shop down in Margarine. We are here, and we're just trying to be good citizens. What is this kind of thing coming up here?
No.
Oh, well, then we got very lucky. Very lucky. It is good to have gentlemen such as yourself who are so on just to make sure that the citizens are safe.
That is appreciated. Now, to ensure your safety, please leave the vicinity.
Of course.
If we need to find you, we will do so, and we will have a conversation about this.
Please do. Come. Asher sticks out his arm for Rod to take his arm, and they start walking just away.
I appreciate that all of Rot's acting is just miming with a necklace.
Hand prop. That's it. That's all of Rot's acting.
Cute.
It also doubles as a nervous fidget of going like, it's here. It's a necklace.
See?
I'm wearing it.
Don't look at me.
I assume we're all meeting back up at the coach.
I would assume so as well. That's up to you, though.
That's where Deos is heading.
Okay. It will take a little bit of time for all of you to reconvene. By the time you manage to, I will say it is about 10 o'clock at that point in time. And you all manage to reconvene back at the cart.
How was that for everyone else?
It was just great.
Did you get to hear any of Asher's famous pitch?
I think I heard entirely too much. I kind of want a necklace now.
You know, we can make that. We can easily make that happen for you.
Asher, salesman Monoff.
No, I
Now let's see
can.
what's in
I
this.
can actually make this happen. I just need the materials.
That's all right.
Right, it is your loss.
She's kind of like, now let's see what you got here. What did we find? Did we find the lead box and the
No.
mask?
It wasn't a lead box, unfortunately.
She'll hold up the wax cylinder thing with the wax ends.
She'll, since Fizzy's off, and she'll take it and she'll take out like her boot knife and kind of pry off one side of the.
Oh, we could just melt it.
Why?
Either way, if you cut it and then you melt it, it'll just go back. That's how wax works.
We're taking it. We don't need to reseal it. What's it?
I just more wanted to make sure you weren't accidentally going to damage whatever it was.
And the fire wouldn't? Anyway.
Who's opening it?
Granny.
Cool.
I
Dexterity
want-
save, please.
Cool. I wanted to do something this session. I'm sorry.
Stop.
To throw a dexterity save, I'm glad it's you. Like you're the one.
Either her or Kaz would have been best.
Do I have? No, I don't have.
Well, the thing
Did you say?
is,
I
You
don't have
fighter, so
proficiency
it's-
in dexterity. It's strength and con.
Oh.
Yeah,
the
'cause
But I
thing
still have a plus
is,
3.
there were 3 main saves: Dex, Con, and Wisdom. No class has proficiency in 2 of those at the start.
It's just one.
No, because you're supposed to have 1 weak, 1 strong.
Yep.
Is
And because of Con,
13.
fighters don't have Dex.
13.
13.
Can I
I'm
give
so
you
sorry.
an oracle roll? Can I give an
You
oracle?
you can
I
you can give an
my
oracle
second
roll as a
one.
reaction.
So roll a d4.
That could save me.
Mm-hmm.
+3, so 16 total.
16 total. Okay, you'll take half of this.
Oh, thank God.
You take 15 points of cold damage as the spell scroll cylinder that you're opening up unleashes a spell on you, and you take a full cone of cold.
Whew! She's got like like snow on her face, and like her eyelashes are white with crystal. That's a little frosty.
James is just gonna pick a piece of ice out of her hair.
The hat's flown off.
Perhaps we could open things up facing away from us.
Asher, can you do that?
Can I do what?
Make that happen.
I'm sure I could.
That might be useful later.
Inside of the scroll, Granny. Inside the container, you see there is a spell scroll. Tightly wound, filling up most of the entire container and just wound up very, very, very tight.
What spell is it?
Oh, and read it. What is it?
This appears to be actually, hold on. You would have no reason to know the spell, and you would also not be high enough level to know the spell.
No.
Someone will have to identify it.
Spell scroll. Hands it to
Asher's
Ash.
already raised his
Sure,
hand, so-
yeah. Asher looks like he's making grabby hands.
Give me 10 minutes.
We have other things to identify.
That's true. Rot. Skull.
Oh yeah, do you want to check the one part of 3 rat skull?
I can't.
We can split the work.
Okay. Both of you. Investigation checks.
And
I can't see what it is.
You have a
Of course,
+7.
of course, with +7, +10 because you're doing you're doing
So 24.
identify effectively.
Yeah.
24.
24.
26 for
What did
Asher.
Asher get? 26. Cool. Asher.
Mhm.
Looking over the scroll and trying to piece together the runes, you would eventually realize and kind of piece it all together. This is a scroll of teleport. It has one cast of 7th level spell teleport.
Teleport.
Rot, the object you are looking at, is one of the 3 parts of the Cowl of Creech the Uncaught. It is an artifact, or part of an artifact. If it is fully completed, it will be significantly stronger, but in its current state, it is not so much. Once per day, recharging at dawn, you may cast a rope trick by using the mask. While wearing the mask, you have advantage on investigation checks to find traps or hidden objects. And while wearing it, you have +1 to AC.
Oh, that's good. What the fuck?
that
Rot will relay this, of course.
Mm-hmm.
How old is this artifact then?
Quite old. This is a post schism artifact, but not by much. It happened just about the same time as the gods had just disappeared completely and were basically silent. A little bit of historical knowledge from the object. Rut. Creech the Uncaught is an individual amongst rat folk who is very much kind of a deific figure. He is not actually a deity. He would be much closer to what you would know as a saint. And he was known for being a remarkable thief, remarkable rogue, remarkable assassin, and is, if his stories are to be correct, escaped death by burrowing to the center of the earth.
And if anybody wants to use it but doesn't like how it looks, I can always sew together something to cover it up, make it less noticeable.
No, I think Kaz, the sneakiest one, this works really well with, because now we don't have to worry about her tripping over a trap by accident.
I also have shit investigation score, so
And just to make it clear, as with all of my artifacts, it basically has 3 states where it improves as you have it,
Find.
or in this case, when you find the pieces. So there is reason to collect more pieces of this.
Cool.
Oh, and we also found this stuff. Don't know if any of it's magical, but it's certainly valuable it has. As I'll show the gem down all the books and the chair.
That diamond is easily valued at about 300 gold.
And suddenly Fizzy has a revivify.
Yep.
Gib! It's shiny. It's the right amount of shiny.
Yes.
Wait, Fizzy, you revive people using the right amount of shiny?
Like the stars.
That actually tracks.
That adds up, actually.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
It's like everybody nodding. Yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't.
It makes about as much sense as anything else, so
Look, it makes sense in Fizzy logic.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm willing to give this to Fizzy. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fizzy has a specific type of logic, right?
Yeah.
It's
This-
logic to
It's
her.
in line with the rest of it.
I also grabbed a few things. A really nice portable typewriter.
Ooh.
And this might be of more interest to Rot than anyone else. These are his notated books on mineral distribution and the economy based around it in Ekes. And throughout multiple points in his book, he noted that the numbers aren't adding up.
I appreciate it. Mining isn't necessarily something I'm entirely interested in, but I'll read through them and see if he's right. And if he's not right, I'll correct him.
I give you a chance to be smarty pants. Books.
Books. I will also say, from the pile of other materials that were stolen from this place, the pile of expensive books that were quickly stolen from his master bedroom, that adds up to about 350 gold total. It's certainly possible that there are some valuable or interesting books in there, but they're basically miscellaneous loot. Also, the chair that was stolen is about 50 gold.
Alright.
Just in case Asher's gonna cast detect magic, just to pick up on anything that, just in case anything stands out.
Okay, the chair is magical.
Are you serious?
Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on.
Damn it.
Asher's
No,
gonna
I'm
sit
totally
down and
fucking
start
with you.
identifying the chair.
No,
We spent 10 minutes of
nothing about
identifying.
nothing about
Hold
it
on.
would be magical because Kaz would have seen it as magical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, I'm
I
fucking with
still
you.
had to check that Connor hadn't.
Let-
Hold on. That's a 33 on my investigation of the chair.
It's been enchanted to be more durable. That's all.
All right. This is a very durable chair. This is very
It's
good.
this is a +1 chair. You could use it for a bar fight very easily.
Could have used
All
that to
right.
smash out the window.
This is the chair actually from that Waffle House video where the woman caught it. It's a chair recall.
Ah, so it was caught by
Comes
the scent
back.
of the cooks and blessed by her waffle magic.
Yeah.
I see.
I read about it in so many books.
It is a quite famous story.
I think I like
Um,
lying now.
Yeah.
And you say that stuff that happens in the Feywild is weird.
Rot's had a taste of lying.
You good at it? No.
No.
I like it though.
Like
Like
a
a
dog
5-year-old
taste.
child, the first to lie, and it's like,
I was just gonna say like a dog tasting raw meat. Like blood for the first time.
But that is what you're sitting on currently. There are some
we're
things that
sitting
I
on
think.
the chair, not on the books.
No, God damn it. There certainly are a few more things you potentially could manage to dig through to find out more information on in regards to these objects, but yeah, that's what you have right now.
I'm gonna start sorting out the paperwork I've stolen and keep everything that's from the pharmaceutical company.
Yep.
And sort it out from everything that has to do with that crystal to give to Amador.
Amador. Fair enough. You divvy out the paperwork according to important to you and not important to you. The cowl, or part of the cowl, who's that going to go to?
Oh, I thought that was under Kaz.
Kaz. Okay, I just need to clarify.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Personally-
want the person who doesn't have any investigation, who is the stealthiest person in our group, to do a little bit better.
It's either worst investigation or best investigation.
And I don't sneak in ahead. I'm 6'6".
Yep.
And I'm built like wet paper, so if I accidentally trigger a trap.
Is it an attunement as well?
It is an attunement item, yes.
Okay, could I don't know how many attunement slots I don't.
Have
I can unattune the look-see specs.
Yeah. Because you have
How
3
many-
total, but you don't necessarily need all 3 full.
I don't need the look-see, honestly.
how many
Not
are
right
you
now.
attuned to?
I
Yep.
check if the HUD is not
It
that
should be
weird.
the look-see.
With
The
with the cowl, that's 3.
Yeah.
So you don't have to unattune.
You don't have to unattune anything if you don't want to.
But you can give the glasses to someone if you feel like you don't
I would
need
give
them
it to
in-
someone that, just have it up prepared for the next
Mhm.
thing so I don't have to, because it takes I think an hour to attune to it anyway. So I will unattune to the look-see specs.
Alrighty. You are no longer attuned to look-see specs. Your AC will improve by 1, so it'll be at a 16. And while wearing the mask, you will have an advantage on investigation checks to find traps or hidden objects.
And +1 to AC.
And plus
Right.
1 on DC. I already said that at first.
Okay. I was only half
Okay.
listening because Jill made a very funny comment to me.
What did I say?
The masks.
Oh, Rot is now becoming Bruno and Kanto. Wooden mask, Rot is normal sweet boy. Dead Godface likes to just say things and just lie. And just tell falsehoods.
I love this.
When I put on
Gosh.
this face, I'm full of shit.
Don't trust me. I'll lie to you.
Poorly, but it will still be a lie.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe me, but I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna believe it.
Believe it.
Believe it,
Naruto?
Nardo.
Attributes AC, AR, so effect value 1. If I did this right, then your armor should become 16. I didn't. Fuck it. I'll
think-
just boost your armor.
I think the item card for the look-see specs was hidden with the update to all of the stuff in
It
Foundry,
was.
so you might have to re-add that to the
Yup.
item list.
I'm gonna have to redo a bunch of things. Which sucks, but whatever. So it's 11 plus 4, 1, 16. There you go.
Okay.
So, would you guys care to head back to the Just Verdict and turn in for the night? Alrighty. You guys head back over to the Just Verdict. There, you see that there is a short, stocky man. He appears to be a dwarf, who does not have a beard, but instead has a very nice handlebar mustache. It goes up quite high and twirls all the way around. And you see this man's forearms are covered in tattoos. He does have what appears to be a scar across the bridge of his nose and ruddy brown hair. He looks at you guys and goes, "Welcome. Considering you are not my typical clientele and look to be a little bit rough around the edges, I am assuming you are the people that Amador told me about."
We look rough around the edges.
Yes. Rougher, I should say.
Nice.
Bear in mind.
Nice to
Bear
make
in
your
mind.
acquaintance.
Yours as well.
I look pretty soft.
Sorry.
Take a
That one
drink.
snuck up. That one snuck up on me. I apologize.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
I feel like you should be drinking
That's
water.
not really the hydrate. I was really
What's the
thinking
problem?
of.
Get the heart rate up and just sweat the whole thing out.
Delicious.
Is there a pandemic going around the city? Everyone seems to be coughing.
Shut up. Bastard.
I mean, it is
Well, they
the
have to fill the
it's
air.
the what slightly coming towards the middle of spring. All of the pollen and things in the
Allergies.
air.
They begin
It's-
to arrive.
it can be quite common.
Nonetheless, my name is Cortez Sereno. Very nice to meet you all.
Bonjour.
I do of course have a few rules about my establishment. They are all fairly straightforward. Please avoid fighting. Please don't track mud. I don't appreciate it. And of course, no murders in the establishment.
One of those is significantly easier than the rest.
See,
Because
The interesting thing- the interesting thing is I do still have to specify that last one.
Is this
Murder
a
saved the
problem?
building.
It was a problem once. It's not a problem anymore.
Whether on the continental grounds.
How do people murder without fighting?
Well, that's a story for another day. But if you'd like, I have 7 rooms all set up for you all. I've been warned of your should say warned. I've been advised of your arrival.
It's okay, you
The
can
rooms
say
are-
warned.
Well, it seems judgmental and a bit mean of me.
Like the in-law coming.
So, if you'd like, I can bring you up to your rooms, and if you wish, you may bed down for the night, or you may start some drinks. It is late, but not as late as some people will drink.
Can you give me the house special?
Yes, I can.
2.
Two. The old women grab drinks.
You see, he will head over to the bar. He will, excuse me. He will pick up what looks to be a small bottle of some kind of liqueur that is jet black, like completely like inky black. He will pour some of it into a tall glass. He'll then follow it up with a shot or 2 of vodka. He then tosses in a couple of mint leaves, and then you see that he will then crack open what appears to be a bottle of soda of some sort, and then he will pour it into the glass as well. Here you are.
I'll take one of those.
We call them black lungs.
Oh.
It's a mining joke. See, once upon a time, we didn't know that working in coal mines was not a great thing if you didn't have any kind of protection. Yes, some of the miners would be so ill from it that when they came in, would cough up black material into the drinks. Thus, the black lungs.
Charming.
Good way to capitalize on it. Of course.
It is gallows humor. I'm quite certain my grandfather died of it, hacked and coughed his way to the grave.
You kind of
What
sound
do you
like
do?
him right now.
Sorry, what was that?
I said
Hey,
you
no
don't
man,
sound
she
like
doesn't
him
know
right
how to
now.
talk to people.
It is all right.
You're proving my point.
I think I got the black lung pop.
I got the black lung pop.
There we go. That's what we mean by taking a drink.
Let's hear for the water.
Very good. It is all right. My grandfather had his
Let's
head
not hear
crushed
that much.
inside the suit
Oh,
of armor.
yo, what? Oh. All right.
He was pretty
Was
sure
it
that.
intentional or accidental?
No, he was testing out a new way to stitch everything together molecularly, and it was worse than how it normally would be, and crushed his head in a vice.
Oh my
He died?
god.
Oh, he did.
Okay.
That was the third time. My grandmother brought him back again.
Oh.
Most
What?
people do die from that.
It is true. It was actually, he had a very interesting scar on the side of his head where the skull just came right the fuck out.
Do we all just know people who can like bring back people from the dead? Like,
It is, yeah,
You'd
this
be
is not.
surprised.
It's very new. To be fair, it's very new for me.
this
Wow.
feels very common, and I'm a little
not-
upset by this.
In fairness, it's not as common as you may think. Interesting thing is that about 30 years ago, it really was not that common. And then things changed.
3
More
years
common
ago.
Um,
Keeps
30
talking
years
about
ago.
this.
30 years ago, the sky cracked. 30 years ago, new deities arrived. Changed everything.
They're a bit stingy on the whole people coming back.
It's not common in the Feywild. Most of the Fey there are immortal and they don't really want to bring people back that die. As for the people who do die, usually there isn't a body to be found. People just wind up going missing.
By the way, the black lung tastes a bit like almost like a form of it'd be like a cream-based drink that has a bit of a fizz like soda, and tastes slightly of vanilla. Very nice. Yes,
Delish.
right.
Ra is like watching all of this conversation happen, and is just gonna butt in and go, Could I just get a bottle of the last thing you poured in? The soda.
Soda. Yes.
So, fun fact. This does knock Darius on her ass. Back in that one con.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Now you had a +2.
Forward.
Asher
Yeah,
rolls
now
a,
you have a +2 going forward.
Asher rolls a 14.
I'm trying to decide if
Is this like a heavier alcohol or
I
is like a
rolled a-
14 good?
14 is definitely good. You can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a stronger drink.
All right.
I rolled a 12. However, I would like to point out she's not an alcoholic, but she probably has more tolerance.
To be fair, Darius is an alcoholic. However,
She's just a chronic lightweight.
sometimes.
like a partying white girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Granny, you can definitely feel the drink kicking you. Yes, Fizzy?
that, because that's dark and I don't like that. No offense to you guys. Do you have something that's like fizzy? That's not the other drink. And
Fizzy wants to engage in cannibalism.
no, I like the way the fizzy drinks feel. But like not, but with the alcohol in it, because I kind of like the alcohol, but like not dark, lighter. Maybe sparkly. Do you have any sparkly?
I don't have anything sparkly. No.
Bummer.
Those kinds of drinks, you would have to go over to the club to get those.
there's a club.
Yes. Let's say de Rey. It's a exclusive establishment. Invitation only.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
So
You
like
ever seen
a
someone
country
come in-
club.
What was that?
Did you ever seen anyone come in after coming from there to here?
Maybe. To be honest, I don't think so. You'd be
But-
talking about a pretty wealthy individual who decides to go from over there to a mid-range inn like mine. Come on.
Oh, we're different enough, I'm sure that Fizzy could get someone to invite her in.
I don't doubt that.
But I like it here. It's
I
quiet.
can definitely figure out the drink for you.
Okay.
It'd be really easy to get in for some of us.
People like it when I talk, and when I talk, sometimes I talk so much that they just let me do whatever I want. I've noticed that since coming up here.
It's because you're weird. People like weird.
I guess. I don't think I'm weird.
Fizzy, you're a white drow. That's so fucking weird. Most people have never seen a white drow.
And if it's a man, they probably let you in because you're quite pretty.
Most people who go to those types of places are so rich they don't do any sort of adventure on their own. We have plenty of stories to say that would keep them wrapped around fingers.
You said it's a rich person club.
Oh, absolutely.
They probably wouldn't let me in.
I want to try. I think it'd be fun.
I don't know if my reputation has traveled up this far, but I don't need a repeat of when in Yunlin.
I think you need to go to bed.
I'm making perfect sense to myself.
I'm sure you are. Can you tell yourself you need sleep?
Eris, you need sleep.
That's the spirit.
I should go
you
get
up.
some sleep.
By the way, Fizzy,
Yes.
the bartender, Cortez, he will eventually come out with what looks to be a martini glass rimmed with brown sugar that has what looks to be visually like milk with like cinnamon sticks in it. It smells like alcohol.
You brought her eggnog.
No.
Is it a white Russian?
No. I considered it, but it's a
Asking,
white
Michelle's asking. Busy has no one.
it's the white chocolate martini.
Ooh. Okay. Busy picks it up, takes a sip. I need to see if she likes it. Yes, she likes it. Can she handle her alcohol? No. I rolled a very low
Quick
number.
answer, no.
I mean, she's not used to drinking, so it makes sense.
No.
It's not as bad. It's not a nat 1, but it's not a high number. Although I think I'm proficient in Constitution because of what I might be confusing myself with other people. I think I'm confusing myself with other things.
I think you're confusing yourself because I think the only class that has
Rudy was the one.
cons. Yeah.
No, but
There aren't-
eventually I took but it's
You
fine. No.
Take resilient feat for Constitution.
Rudy did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah.
I
so-
think that before you have to be dragged to your room, I'm going to show you it.
Okay.
He's saying this to Darius.
I wanted to point out when he brought that drink out to Fizzy, Darius was already slumped over the table asleep.
Oh my god.
You said
You
go to
are-
sleep.
You are such a I got her. Let's go. Show up.
Let me show you. I'll show you all to your rooms. That way, there is no confusion about where you're supposed to be. Dropping off your unconscious friends.
There you go.
And he'll lead you guys upstairs. And there, you'll see that he managed to actually get you a series of 7 rooms all in a row.
I don't think Fizzy has been alone inside a room to sleep ever. So this is weird. It's
Mhm.
like, yes, there's the cart, but the cart is different.
The cart, you can leave a door open.
Are there any rooms that are connected by a door?
There are no rooms that are connected by doors.
Damn.
I made sure to not have any interconnected rooms. People prefer the privacy. And also, I don't wish to have any risks of people intruding into other people's rooms. Lights here, all oil-based. So, if you wish to get up in the middle of the night, please He holds up like a little matchbox. Use one of these. Light this. I do not wish for any of you to fall and hurt yourselves. Have not yet had the chance to improve to electric lighting, so apologies. These are your rooms. He'll light the oil lamp in one of them. And you see, it's a pretty nice mid-upper range inn, basically, or hotel room. You have a nice, large bed, 2 nightstands on either side. There's a small sitting area where one could put their legs up or sit on a couch and just read or relax. And there is a desk in the corner of each of these rooms where one can do paperwork or write or do whatever they need to. It is, by all means, a very nice, basic establishment. Yes, Jess.
Does Granny drop off Jairus immediately?
I'm not gonna like carry you around, so I'm gonna just kind of.
This is an important question. Does Granny like cover her up or anything like that, or does she just toss her on the bed?
She takes off her shoes, but she just kind of leaves you on the bed otherwise.
As you go to leave, you hear Jairus mumble, "Thanks, Bren."
Aww. Granny like kind of touches a hand to her chest and is like, "Sleep well, princess." And then leaves her in the dark.
Had to sneak in a sad.
Yep. And you guys are all provided your room keys, so you can come and go as you please. And Cortez will lead you back down to the bar, and will continue serving drinks to whomever requests them. It's up to you.
Rot will ask for like 3 more bottles of soda before like taking all the unopened sodas and like
Scuttling
going to his
away.
room.
Got it. For the one soda you drank, please add 1 temporary hit point to your character.
Woohoo!
I'd-
It'll go away immediately when you sleep.
Yes, it will go away the moment you sleep.
I'm putting it on here. God damn it, there it is.
Anybody else have something they would like to do before your characters go to sleep, and we wrap up the session?
Aw, I don't get to use my +2 at any point.
Nope.
When everybody is going to bed, Tana would like to stop by Cass's room.
Point of order,
Okay.
just for like flavor, Granny does go back down and order just 1 more drink and just kind of like chat with, if they're the only ones there, she'll chat with with Cortez in Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Just kind of like make like conversation, and when she's done, she'll go back.
Yeah,
and sleep.
okay, that's fair.
Asher will be there as well because Asher knows Dwarvish too.
Oh, Dwarvish conversation. Didn't know that.
Tana, you go to Kaz's room.
It's been a while. I don't know exactly how long. But have there been any changes with your back?
You know, I
markings that
completely forgot about that. To be quite honest. But then again, I did get struck by lightning. But I don't think it did anything. Right? No.
You can have a look if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Kaz, or Tana, I should say. The markings along Kaz's back appear to be spreading ever so slightly, webbing out a little further.
I will do my best to draw this because I previously drew it, and that would give a better comparison than what memory could give. We're not God after all.
Comparing the 2 drawings, it has webbed out further.
So, the before and after to Kaz.
Oh God, is that normal? Am I aging?
I have no idea.
I don't know how these markings work.
Your uncle seemed to know a little bit about something of the sort, but couldn't get any more than cryptic information about it. It doesn't seem to be bad for you, but I expect we'll need to find someone who knows a bit more.
You mean like another Genasi or someone that knows Genasis?
Perhaps even another one related to lightning.
I don't think that's common around these parts, though.
Maybe when things have calmed down, we're able to stay in one place for a bit longer. We can find someone.
Hopefully, but right now we're kind of busy with other things.
Maybe traveling will be able to stumble across someone.
Maybe. Also, I don't know what Ruben is doing ever since he got back from distracting.
He is
the guard.
he is sitting there looking as for being very sticky. He is covered in pomegranate juice.
I think I need to wash him. Maybe give him a bubble bath.
He'll be distracted for a while if you leave him like that. If you don't want him getting into any further trouble for the night.
Well, if he's sticky, he's gonna make my shoulder sticky, so I have to clean him.
How will we bribe him to get into the water?
Okay.
He's trying to clean himself as best he can.
Do we still have Kaz's glass from, like, your drink?
Hmm?
Do we still have the glass from Kaz's drink?
The glass from Kaz's drink.
Yeah, at the bar.
Cortez would have taken those back.
Hmm.
Then Then we'll think a bit and take out basically one of her cooking utensils that would be kind of like a very narrow glassware type thing.
Yeah.
Though for her, in her case, it would probably be ceramic. And just put a little bit of something very sweet on the inside and the back part of it. Say, Ruben, you can hold on to this while we wash you. And just because there's gonna be the innate thing to keep reaching in and try to get it of that, and it will distract him so he's not biting and hissing while we're washing.
You are basically covering your head in saran wrap and putting peanut butter on it while you clip your dog's toenails.
Essentially that sort.
I've seen dog groomers who do the same thing with like their tile walls, and they just smear peanut butter on the wall, and the dog is just like, "Hell yeah, dude, hell yeah."
It's a bribe. Tana has figured out how Ruben works, and that's bribes. You either bribe him with something or the threat of losing something.
All right. Anybody else have something they need to do? Oh, yes, Chase?
Yeah. So after I was just some nice conversation, Asher is gonna head back to the cart, and actually setting up for the first time in the cart. Asher's had a little bit of a thing kind of planned. He is going to clear some space on the main table and push things a little bit to the side. And instead of doing anything with any of his other items, first he's going to take about a half hour and draw out a little bit of a new plan for the helmet because he has a new idea. And then after kind of mapping that out and figuring out what he's going to need to do to finally finish off this helmet the way that he wants to, actually coming up with the idea to minimize the amount of actual glass that he has, to make it a little bit easier. He is going to spend about 3 hours with this orb, probably before he really gets tired to the almost pushing exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. All right, intelligence roll.
That is +4, so that is going to be an 18.
Okay. You, spending time with the Ttrpg Blastsphere, have been moving around and fidgeting around these small panels, which never affect or change the actual holes on the sides. It never changes how they're arrayed. It never changes the open spots that show the dull light from inside. Mm-hmm. It's always bits of metal that go around them, never actually affecting the cylinders, for lack of a better term, the barrels of the object. And after messing with it and managing to find pieces that turn and click and adjust, you finally get a small switch that pops out.
All right, Asher's gonna write down the sequence, and kind of just as he's been going, he's gonna circle that sequence. Does it look like a switch that you can press, or
looks like a button? Looks like a button you can push.
All right.
Yep.
Asher is gonna look over. I'm assuming Rizzy's just been kind of standing in the corner at this point. Like, look at her. If this was bad, you'll know where Fizzy is. All right.
I do.
Here we go. Asher's gonna press it.
The glow from inside the ball turns off.
What the fuck?
You found the light switch.
Asher's gonna press it. Just gonna keep pressing it.
It turns the inner light from it on and off. That way, you don't have a constantly glowing ball that you're holding and moving around at all times.
Perfect. And Asher's gonna put it in his hand and just start mashing the button.
The dramatics of that.
This is so cool.
Yeah, you're imagining the scenario of like the wind blowing through Asher. It's like, if something goes wrong, find Fizzy.
Yep.
I
Yeah, legit had a moment where he's like, did I just like, do I need to
Did I
turn
break
like
it?
the whole thing on again? The
see
fuck?
on and off again.
I found the on off button,
Off and
at least
off.
for the light. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
This is
You
actually
found
good.
the on-off
Wait.
switch.
Burn to power save mode.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, this is actually good. It will make it a whole lot easier for me to carry. Magnifique. All right.
Did I make it like a flashlight?
Yes. Asher, you've officially found one of the many uses of the Ttrpg Blastsphere. It can put out light in a 10-foot radius of dim light.
Perfect. These will actually be very useful. All right. I will keep that on me. And
I'm going to stop it.
Yep.
I'm going to add the item to your inventory.
thank you. Yep. All right. And Asher is gonna get the hammock going in the cart and curl up with the sphere and just go sleep.
Okay. you do so. Rot.
Rot takes his sodas back to his room, puts them beside the bed, ready to drink. And then leans Cause against the bed and sits on the floor. And then out loud goes, I've been thinking about this whole warlock thing. I've certainly been
Yes.
taking advantage of what I've got. I've got no idea. Where's this power coming from? Who?
Well, it comes from me, effectively.
So
I'm-
you're...
I'm the conduit. There
Uh-huh.
is something else I am taking power from, yes, certainly. But it's different. Excuse me, sorry. I'm simply a conduit. That's the best way of putting it. I'm not allowed to say who I serve directly.
You're not allowed to say.
No.
If I were to
Unfortunate-
find out for myself and ask you,
Well,
would you
that's
be able
different.
do you think this mystery patron that you brought power, would they have the ability to perhaps, I don't know, fix a curse that happened to be rotting my body away into nothing?
I'd say it's entirely possible, yes.
Good to know, good to know. Alright, well, Rod's gonna pull out the book. Got one temp hit point, right? That goes
Yes.
first, right?
Yes, that goes first,
Okay.
yeah.
Then in that case, Ra is gonna go down to 1 hit point. So that would be a full 32, because I've got 33 right now. 32 hit points. And consult the book on identifying and contacting a patron.
A patron, a deity.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will privately message you the answer to that question later.
Cool.
Any other actions that need to be done before the night is over? No? All right, then. With that, we'll be ending our session there. Thank you all so very much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the session and the small heist. If you did, please pass the word around, tell your friends. If you like, you can join our Discord, say hello to us there. We have a Twitter, Dicefunctional with an underscore. And we stream fairly regularly, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Oh, there's a little kitty. It looks like Phantom. I am quite clearly sick. Hopefully this will not last too long. And hopefully next week you won't have to deal with me coughing constantly. But with all that said, I'm quite hungry, and I believe everybody else is as well. So, say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.